feel like that's a stretch.
No,
I feel like
I think you're
he's
missing a
literally
lot
there.
of things with Mushoku
No,
when it
I
comes
feel
to
like that's a
characters.
stretch. You guys
No.
tell us. Yo, welcome to another episode of Because Anime. We're here. All right, we took a week break off because I was on vacation. But I'm back now from my trip, and yeah, we're here to talk some anime with all of you. We're going to talk about the power systems in anime and which ones we like the most, and you know, do a little deep dive in that. But we're going to talk about the most recent stuff we've been watching because, well, it's been 2 weeks since we've talked.
Some catching up to do, yeah.
Yeah. So, but there ain't too much that's going on. Like I didn't get to watch too much. Been kind of getting back in the flow after many hours of driving and just walking and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah.
I've been spending my life in Baldur's Gate 3. We're gonna get to that towards the end also.
Hey, that's a good game. Good game. But yeah, so let's get into it. Which one do you want to start with?
Recent, let's go day by day. We had Bleach, first one, it's Thursday. We have 2 episodes with Bleach. What do you think about Bleach? We had the first episode, the rookie episode.
Yeah, the rookie episode. So I like it, but I don't like it.
Okay, tell me why you don't like it first.
Bleach as a whole right now. And I think the best word that I could describe is I'm a little bummed.
Why?
I do not like the way the fights are going right now.
The speed of them, being them too fast,
yes,
one per episode?
I think it's insanely too fast.
Okay.
I feel like it's not like, I think my problem is like, even Bleach did it like before, not fast, but they did it better where
they're spending more time on the fights.
There's no counterplay. It's just like, oh, I'm strong, but then Bankai, I'm strong, one shot, boom, done. That's how all these fights are feeling right now. There's no counterplay. There's no like, I'm in trouble. There's no like, oh, he did this move, now I'm gonna do this move. There's no, you know, it just feels like it feels like a checklist of like, we got to get this Bankai in. Okay, we got their Bankai in. Okay, we got their Bankai in. Okay, that's how it feels right now. It just feels like
I can understand that the flash, the speed of it. I don't
know how it is in the manga, but just the way the anime feels right now, this is how I feel about Bleach. Now it's not. I don't want to be like too mad about it or anything, but because I'm glad we got something. All right, it's better than nothing. It's just like I just don't like the pacing. It just feels way too fast. Every fight, like what, the last 4 fights now, even Renji one shot after the end. It's like the power scales. Even like Rukia, even showing up when she does hers one shots. Now we have, you know, Kenpachi, where he just destroys. Cool moment, but it was so quick. It was just like, oh, okay. Like literally, the little girl was like, she was in trouble, but it was only for like half of the episode. Like, and it just didn't feel like I didn't get much like feelings of it. So I don't know.
I can totally understand. I get it. It's very fast. Yeah. Totally understand.
Did a lot better on the other arcs. This is the final arc, so it's just like I want it more like grounded, you know, like more build up to it and stuff. I want more, but I'm not gonna be too mad because I'm just glad Bleach is back and we're getting something than nothing. I'd rather take this than nothing. So it's just I wish we had more. I wish it was more fleshed out. Is what I wish. And
I wish that really also fast. If we had like make it 20 episodes per season, so to say, maybe if we had 100 episodes in total. But
so I'm not hating. I'm just like,
no, I get it. I'm
like, yeah. No, I'm just telling you, I'm bummed that
it's a totally valid argument. The speedy snake break, what's happening right now with Bleach, it's going very, very fast. But at the same time, for me, I also like this, the way they're handling the fights right now. I like the speed, just going straight into the fight, not wasting time on reactions, on flashbacks, on hey, this had happened right here on the left side, this whatever here. Just show me the fight, show me the hype moments. And even in the rookie episode, where I loved the fight in itself, I loved her Bankai. My favorite moment in the episode was the character-focused part in the rookie episode, when Byakuya finally acknowledged Rukia. That moment meant so much to me, and tying it back to the beginning of the series just actually made me emotional a bit, how much I love that moment with him finally showing some emotion for Rukia, considering he was about to let her die when the series started, and how much it meant to her. And she looked just beautiful, how great her Bankai looks, and it's also very fragile, how it has a very big flaw with also working against her. So yeah, that
it's cool.
episode, I love that. And then we had the Zaraki episode. I was just glued to the screen, just grinning like a kid. I couldn't even just blink how much I like that episode. I love Zaraki, his personality, just all about fighting. The power of that guy, of Grammy, with imagination, is one of the most broken powers in anime in general, not just in Bleach.
He shouldn't have lost.
Oh yeah, he definitely should have lost. Because he doesn't know how to use that power. That's the weakness there. He's very inexperienced.
I was just like, oh, it's Gear 5.
It's stronger than Gear 5.
It's imagination.
It's stronger than Gear 5, though.
Well, that's what Gear 5 is imagination. I was like, oh.
Okay. Yeah, but this one is more like wish imagination, so to say. Luffy just can't make, hey, I'm gonna make your bones cookies just because I want cookies.
Well, Luffy's flaw is that he's just dumb. So.
Yeah, but this one is also inexperienced and he never had to actually use his powers with Grammy. He never actually faced somebody that could challenge him. He didn't think of all of the variables. It's very easy. Hey, I wish for this thing. That's why also the genes, how they work with wishes. You wish for something, but you don't account for everything.
Like a balloon, though.
Inexperience, and he also got enthralled by Zaraki.
He did it to the other guy, though. Why can't he just pop?
Yeah, but he also wanted to have a proper fight to actually win. He got enthralled by Zaraki. That's why Zaraki is one of the best characters in Bleach. He gets people into the fight, and I don't know, I'm just grinning so much that episode. Yeah. But yeah, I can totally understand. The speed criticism is more than valid, like 100%. That one is a very, very valid criticism.
Oh, yeah, it was cool. I love Kenpachi, and it was cool to see his Bankai, but man, it's already over. It's like, oh, I waited all this time.
No, that wasn't his Bankai, Zaraki.
Or is yeah.
That was Shikai for Zaraki.
Shikai, yeah.
He hasn't revealed his Bankai yet.
I don't know. It's just so quick, man. It's so quick. I don't like the pacing.
I guess. For me, I'm loving it so far. I'm having, even with the pacing, I'm loving the speed.
Like it is for the final arc. It could just be. I feel like so much more. But again, I heard that even the manga was rushed. I don't know what's.
It was very, very fast. And also, like I said, we're getting more content towards the end of the last core. We're getting like 9 or 10 episodes extra compared to the manga.
Yeah, hopefully, just maybe the ending's fleshed out more.
Oh yeah, the ending definitely needs
the bigger fights. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but they're just speeding through these ones. Like, hey, here we go. This is all the ones that we're getting done with real quick, and we're gonna focus on the big ones towards the end.
But
I don't know.
Also, the speed makes sense because it's war. Yeah, light.
Wait, no,
somebody turn off the light. Camera. But yeah, no, the speed for me makes sense because it's an actual full-on war here. Like, just going through the fights, showing them, not stalling time, dragging we're gonna get to One Piece also. That's maybe because I like more what Bleach is doing instead of what One Piece is doing. But we're gonna get to that. So yeah, with Bleach, I'm having a lot of fun. A lot of fun right now, and I can't wait for the things to come.
That's over, so like they could take technically more time.
I mean, here we're gonna get to One Piece. We're gonna get to One Piece.
Oh, I'm just saying, like we could. One Piece has the issue of catching up to the manga, so we're gonna have pacing issues.
Not for this episode. They couldn't handle Gear 5 better, but we're gonna get to that.
Last episode was excellent.
Yes, but this week's episode was shit.
yeah, it was. It was not much, but. And then there's a recap next week. But
yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's the final arc of Bleach. Yes. I want it more fleshed out. That's my. But hey,
I'm more interested in the ending, how they're gonna handle the ending.
So that's my. I'm very curious because I told my wife I'm very curious what she thinks and how she feels about it because she's a very big Bleach fan too.
How far is she, or how much did she watch?
She's a few episodes behind. She's right before the Renji episode.
So what does she think about the first core, at least? Not the episodes airing right now. The first
core is actually good. I thought the first core was actually good, pacing wise and everything. This core, I feel like it's just extremely too fast. But like the first core had a good setup, everything. I thought we even got like the background, details of Ichigo's mom.
Yeah, that was a setup for what's happening right now.
The pacing felt pretty good. But then the second core right now is just like I feel like it's just way too fast. So that's just my
I get it right
now. Compared to like previous Bleach arcs, so We spent a lot more time with the characters and a lot more like craziness going on,
But there was
like
also a lot of dragging towards in the other
but
Bleach
like
arcs.
the first beginning arc is, I think, one of the best that you could do.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Soul Society arc is one of the best. I fully agree with that.
Yeah, like the pacing, everything, the fights, the way they're running around, we're seeing danger and stuff. This is just like boom, 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 boom. It's like, oh, I'm kicking your butt. Oh, Bankai, boom, then one shot.
Yeah, but I love that. That's Bleach also at the same time.
No, it's lame, dude.
No, it's not. No.
There's no counter or anything.
There is, of course there is, but it's going fast. Yes, it's going very fast.
Yeah, that's what sucks about it. There's no like,
oh, no.
What is he gonna do? Oh, Bankai, you're dead.
Well, it's not that simple. It's not that simple.
It's like the Uno reverse card. Hey, got him.
No. You're also just...
Bankai. That's their Bankai Uno reverse card, baby.
How great the episodes are looking, especially the Rukia one with us node.
I'm not the animation. This is the pacing.
But it also makes sense with the speed. At least for me, I get it why people don't like the speed, but at the same time, I like it. No. You're just glossing over a lot of the things here. Just focusing on only the speed.
Dude, no.
Yes.
The pacing is way too fast.
Yeah. No. I agree with you.
How many one-shots have we had in these last 4 episodes?
But it wasn't just one shot. One character showed up, it was one shot. It led up to a one shot.
What did Renji do?
Yeah, but how much? Yeah, but it made sense. How much did Renji train? The fight before of those don't make sense.
It was like 2 episodes of training.
But so what? You need
I don't remember what he did. What did he do?
You need a 30 episodes training arc?
No, but I would like something. Like, it just like, it felt like Black Summoner.
No, don't compare Black Summoner to Bleach. No.
Yeah, the pacing is just like...
Not even close, no.
No, I'm just saying the pacing, man. The pacing sucks.
I get the criticism of the pacing, yes, but for me, I also like it.
There's no smart counter or anything like that. It's just
it was never about smart counters here. It's about the powers and how they work.
Way better.
Those ones were slower arcs, but this is a full-on war. Of course, it's gonna be much faster.
This is the final arc, man. This is all coming down. This should be the big boom. We should be spending more time with these characters.
But you have that. You also have the fights are so good though in Bleach right now.
No, dude, no. The other Bleach fights so far are way better than what we've gone so far.
The Yamamoto fight was a lot better. Yes, I fully agree with that. But that was a big reveal. That's an amazing fight. But also these ones are really good also because they're very individual fights and showing how far the characters have gotten in their power.
They're not great though.
Yes, they are.
No. I think the other fights so far in Bleach are
Yamamoto,
great.
Yes. Yamamoto, the fight also in the new anime, the Yamamoto fight was the best fight. I fully agree with that. But these ones aren't bad fights.
So far, I still like Kenpachi versus Ichigo the first time. More than even what Kenpachi just did.
As a fight, yes, but
as a fight, because the pacing is better.
As a moment for Kenpachi, it doesn't even come close how good this one was. Dude, the meteor, the reveal of him. But it's also the culmination of that. You actually see how far Zaraki has gotten. That's what you're missing here.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it happens so quick, like it just doesn't feel.
Maybe you need to process things fast.
it doesn't live up to it though. It's so quick. It's like this. There should be a bigger moment, more build up, more stuff. He didn't even he just stood there the whole time and he's like, okay, I'm gonna get serious now. And then it happened.
But
there was no
he didn't even actually get serious. He was still having his eye patch there. He didn't go in Bankai. He could literally cut through space there and a meteor.
Yeah. There's no build-up. He's just standing there the whole time, grinning, and it's like, oh yeah.
But that's Zaraki. What build-up do you want from him? He's not gonna go on a monologue and explain his powers.
Versus Kenpachi. He literally did it versus Ichigo.
Yes, because he didn't know how Ichigo was handling that. He was interested into that fight, and even here he did it.
He didn't know how imagination was gonna be handled. Come on, man.
Of course, he has a one-track mind, Zaraki. He just cares about the fighting. They even mentioned in the anime.
Kenpachi, he would have had the fight last longer because he would have had more fun. That's how his character is.
But he literally just did that. They even explained why he doesn't understand how imagination works. He didn't know what cookies are.
yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, he would have oh, this is fun. Let's keep going. But no, he did, and it's just like boom, got it done.
It's still a war thing, of course.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like he would have kept it going, even during the other battles, the wars. Kenpachi kept going
But
with the
he
fight.
still won at the end.
He doesn't care about the other people. He cares about having fun with the fight. That is whole
yes, and he did, but he also missing how much he grew and changed. Also, he's also got the killer instinct back thanks to the fight with him and Unohana, and that's why he went for the kill here.
I don't think he's gonna change for craving a fight.
Yeah, but he still had that fight. He was grinning and feeling like a kid. Even that kid scene with him, the transition, their frame looked so good.
I feel like he would have teased even more.
No, he's a different Zaraki, but still the same Zaraki at the same time. He kind of grew at just dragging fights to the end of Narnia over here.
Fight was good, pacing sucks. That's what I think.
Anyway, we can keep going.
I just think the pacing's terrible. The animation, the fight.
I wouldn't say terrible. I would have preferred also like a bit slower, but I still like it here. No.
I think the pacing's pretty terrible.
No.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, but no.
The power system right now feels very like just weird right now.
No, I still disagree with that.
No. It feels so wonky.
No, it's not wonky.
Especially the other captains that got destroyed by the wrestler dude, and then Renji just shows up and one-shots him. It's like, oh, so...
Yeah, but they didn't have training with the Royal Guard. Of course they were gonna get one-shots. And the Quincy's over here are over the normal captain status.
And that happened not so fast that Renji got that power up real quick.
But it wasn't a training arc, and Reggie is not the main character. Of course, they're not gonna focus on his training arc. You have it with Ichigo and training.
It just feels like a cop out. Like it's just like, oh yeah, it way surpassed them.
Yes, of course. It's the culmination of the characters, how far they have got.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel earned. It just feels like, oh, this happened.
No, I think you're missing a lot here.
No, I don't. I do think we're actually missing a lot. I feel like there should be more.
I would agree with you. I would have loved like 100 more episodes. Yes, definitely flesh out everything, but still, it's not terrible. I'm not gonna go terrible. No. The pacing is more than okay. But anyway, we're not gonna agree about this. It's another Mushoku debate here, but yeah, with Bleach.
Again, I'm not saying the anime is terrible or anything. I am enjoying it. It's just I'm bummed. I think the best word is I'm bummed about it because I want more.
Okay,
that's my argument. You know.
Okay. Then after, let us know in the comments below how are you enjoying Bleach so far?
About it?
Because we're gonna keep going here. We're never gonna stop here.
Well, we agreed on the first core. Like I said, I thought the first core was really good. I thought it was pacing, everything was good.
Yeah, but that was also said, hey, we're going back in circles. We're again here.
I'm just saying, like the first core, I think it was actually, now it just seems like we're zooming.
This is just full on action here with the second core.
Yeah.
But okay, Bleach is Bleach. Then we had Mushoku.
We can go One Piece if you want.
One Piece is towards Sunday, or you wanna go on
Saturday, but.
Yeah, okay, let's go One Piece then. Yeah, for me, it's 4 in the morning. Okay, let's go One Piece.
Well, the first episode, which I think this is the best Gear 5 episode.
Yes, but also they should have done what I said, combine those 2 episodes.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
No, not nice. It would have been amazing considering all of the hype they had. This was actually trash how they handled the Gear 5.
But this episode was really good. This episode was really good.
Not today's episode. The episode was really good. 1072, last week's episode. That one was an amazing episode, and it would have flowed so well together if they combined 1071 with 1072. Would have just blown away the hype, everything with the Gear 5.
I think it would have been more. But they should have maybe tried to get the Horayo part. I guess it just would have been a weird ending, but they're just going by chapter.
Even 1071, we already talked about that. The flashback there, the dragging of that scene. 1072 was just simply amazing. 1071 had issues, and then right now 1073 was just a shit episode. I'm sorry.
It's just they're. I think it's just giving up time for the final.
Yeah, but no, you can make all of the excuses, and the next week we have a recap.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying their budget is going to the final fight. That's what's happening.
They could have had 1 week break and just combine those 2 episodes.
Yeah, But again, this is what I talked about. I wish they would take a break, but I think it's a contract thing. They've done this many times now in One Piece.
And they've taken breaks with the anime also, and they could have had two recaps. Right now it's just a random recap episode. If you want to have airtime, just two recaps episode.
Third recap with the Bartomelo thing. This is part 3 of it.
No, but I'm saying 2 weeks about next
doing
week.
This throughout the whole anime.
Yeah, but I'm saying no.
Not the whole anime, but towards the end here.
I'm saying next week, and then the week after that, have 2 weeks of full-on recaps, and then combine those 2 episodes with Gear 5, and it would have been amazing. The way they handle Gear 5 right now in the anime has been so bad.
Well, it's just, they're going chapter by chapter, unfortunately.
Yeah, but take 2 weeks break. If you're already gonna take one,
I would, but I think I've been saying I think they got some contract. I just wish I would really wish they would take like a couple months off. But
that's never gonna happen. I fully agree with that.
Never gonna happen.
But 2 weeks.
That's my wish.
If you're already airing a recap episode, they're already using that time slot.
I agree. But they got to put a recap. I feel like they have to put something on the TV.
Yes,
I don't know why. I don't know why they do it.
That's what I'm saying exactly. Put 2 recaps and then combine those 2 episodes.
They should have done like 10 episode recap. They should have like recapped the whole Wano and then like this Gear 5.
Yes.
No. I wish, but
the way they handled Gear 5 was shit. They lost so much with it.
I don't think it was that bad.
Yes, it was. It was.
Why?
Because of the pacing and the flashbacks and how much they're dragging here. This was the one moment they could have had much better. I get all of the One Piece is week to week, all of the contractual things, all of them having, but they have ways. Have 2 weeks of recap, one more compared to next week, and then if they combined 1071 and 1072, it would have been perfect.
The only way they could have done is like a 40-minute special, I would think.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Have a special and then have recaps. And you're still using the airtime. Right now, 1071 had bad pacing. The scene with Komurasaki lasted way too long. Then towards the end, the random flashback of an episode like 2 weeks ago. Then we had a great episode.
They did the recap of the same thing, like the same scene.
Yeah. And then 1072 was great. That was the actual Gear 5 episode. And then we have this episode right now that was just so bad. This is why...
This happens in the manga too, where they're running.
Yes, but it doesn't matter if it happens in the manga. You have a great opportunity here. Everybody was talking about One Piece. You had the hype. You had everything. Take advantage of the opportunity.
I agree.
And that's why I'm saying it was shit how they handled it.
That's why I said I wish they would take a break. But hey, I'll wait till One Piece Kai comes out eventually.
Yes. My grandchildren are gonna watch One Piece Kai.
No, because One Piece's problem is the pacing. Because they have been stuck in this position for, God, how long? Dressrosa, I think.
Yeah, Dressrosa was probably the most dragged arc, honestly.
Yeah, because like literally they were getting like 5 to 6 minute intros.
Yeah, the really song, the recap, the whatever happened, just...
They've had this issue for many years.
But that's why
I wish they would just take a break and
that's why it makes it worse for me, because this was one of the best moments in One Piece overall, one of the most hyped moments.
I still love the moment and everything, but
yes,
I agree.
But the way they handled it, that's my problem. I have no issues with the moment. I'm having issues with the execution, like a lot of issues.
The way I feel about Bleach is just
the Bleach, it's fast, but I had more fun with Bleach episodes than I had with Gear 5 episodes.
Oh no, say Gear 5, I think it destroyed anything that Bleach has done so far.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe 1072 can make an argument, but the pacing of One Piece was shit.
1072, man, was great.
Yes, I fully agree with that. That's one of the best episodes of anime I've gotten in general.
My favorite scene for everyone is when Luffy loses the Gear 5, but then when he comes back.
Yeah, I fully agree with that scene.
He's like grabbing the air, and he's switching over to it. And he's doing, he does the clap. They do that. That scene is that
amazing
was a moment. Yeah.
Yes, I fully agree. That episode was just, and how much work, passion, and love went into that episode.
And then making Kaido into a jump rope. Which people, if you didn't know how big he was, Kaido's massive, and he's using.
You can see he's literally the size of an island.
Yeah, Luffy is ginormous. So.
But that's why I'm so, I don't know, salty, mad, however you want to call me right now, doom or whatever, because Gear 5 is so good and the moments are so good, but then you have this shit execution that they handle it right now. That's why I'm being so critical. Yeah, it was.
I don't think it was that bad.
It was.
1072 was fine. Pacing and everything was fine. They actually, I think
Yes,
they actually used more than a chapter in there.
yes,
So.
but between them, 1071 and 1073, they kind of
Yeah, me and
take
Brian
away.
were talking about it.
What
Well,
did Brian say?
1073, what? Oh, we were just talking about 1072.
What did he say?
Oh, he said they actually used more than the chapter, and the pacing was a lot better for the fight and everything like that. So yeah, and then now it seems like now they're gonna finish because now it should be like I think 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, around two or three, maybe 4. The way maybe probably 4 episodes. I don't know. The way they're gonna handle it in anime
with the Big Bang. So that's why we're getting. That's why we got this kind of. It's just a meh episode.
I mean, I wish this week was a recap.
And then, well, next week is a recap. So it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're just getting prepared for the last 2 or 3 episodes. The thing that I wish they would have done personally is they should have just. I feel like this would have been better execution. They should have just completely animated this whole fight scene, right? The whole Gear 5 versus Kaido.
Yeah.
It should have just been all fleshed out. And then after the fight, like after Wano, they should have been like, hey, here's all the recap episodes.
Yes, anything like that.
That's what I was thinking they should have done. I think that would have been way better. Because I am agreeing with you that, yes, I wish that it would have been better. But yeah, I don't know why they're throwing in recap with this, but that's what I wish they probably, if I had, that's probably the more realistic thing they could have done. Is just like they fully fleshed out all this fighting and everything. These next like 5 chapters.
That's actually more than what I'm asking, though. That's more than what I'm asking.
But I'm saying I feel like that's even more. That's a realistic part too. Is just like I think they could have just done that. They could have just flushed it all out.
That's like making a movie, though.
Because then it ends the arc after Wano. Then it's like, okay, we're gonna do recap now or whatever.
They're probably gonna do that either way. Also after Wano, we're gonna have recaps.
I would
honestly,
imagine because Oda only does like 3 chapters a month. And that's not, well, even actually might even be less because sometimes they have holidays. So you might only get like 2 chapters.
Yeah, more than if I have a chapter a month. I'm okay with that. Take your time, take your rest, take everything, considering how much he's working.
Like, just do a recap of Wano. Like, because they did this, if I remember correctly, they did this, it was after Eni's Lobby.
I don't remember how, I was just binging everything.
Yeah, they did a 10 episode, like, recap.
Yeah, there was a long break, yeah.
After, Eni's Lobby. Like, they did a 10 episode recap of, like, everything that they showed.
That's probably also gonna happen with Wano.
Yeah, I hope it does, because if they need to spread themselves out more, or I wish they would just take a break, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
But why couldn't they just do a special episode with 2 episodes? Just simple. I'm not asking for a break of 5 weeks or 10 weeks. I'm agreeing. But why? I'm just asking in general, not specifically. I'm just saying, why couldn't they do just at least that with Gear 5? How much hype was around Gear 5? And just combine 2 episodes and the hype would have been insane how good that would have been.
Yeah, I think they could have done like the whole Gear 5 fight. I think they could have done like 3 or 4 episodes. Like if they completely fleshed out, there was no like big intro.
Yeah, that's a big ask. I wish also the same. That's a dream.
That's what they should have done, like recap maybe before if they needed a few weeks to prepare, because they're putting a lot of animation work into it.
I mean, probably this episode was also worked on the side, how much animation went into that episode, 1071 and 1072.
Oh yeah, I mean, they had like Warren Bros, whatever, helping and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe they should have done a recap before to like even like hype it up more, and then recap after so that they can get their gaps because they need a bigger gap.
I don't think I'm asking for a lot. Just 2 episodes combined and then have 2 weeks breaks would have been great, honestly, in my opinion. Of course, not the full fight.
I don't know how the animation thing is with how much work they're putting into it, but
it definitely at some points.
I don't even understand like the weekly.
I don't know what's happening behind the scenes or how they have the airing time, the networks, everything.
To me, I'm like, are they doing it like? Do they only have like a week to work on it? Do they only have 2 weeks to work on it?
I don't know how they handle it because sometimes.
How does their schedule work? So I'm curious, like how, because like season, I kind of understand. Well, actually, I'm kind of confused about season because like,
even with season, sometimes they work week to week. Yeah, like, Jujutsu Kaisen is a perfect example.
Jujutsu Kaisen right now, it's like, didn't they animate it before? Like,
I don't think they animated. Sometimes they even animated week to week. Sometimes. with
Yeah,
episodes.
so I'm saying, but it's a season. Like, couldn't you have like worked maybe a year and then you release the whole
Oh,
season, or
but
do
there's
they not do that?
the way they do it, it's kind of breakneck speed. Also, how they work with anime. They did some, I think, Anime Man Joey
'Cause
and
My
Giga
my
had interviews with studios. They work week
my
to week sometimes.
my whole like thought process is though, like, let's say Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, right?
Yeah.
It's coming out next year. We're animating it right now, and then it should be done by, let's say, like they finish it and then they do the release date. Here it is, and then we release it out. But I don't think that's how that
No,
goes.
they have the committees, they decide on the studios how they're gonna work, they prepare the keyframes and everything, they do the storyboard, and then they start animating towards the release date of the anime, if I remember correctly how it
So
works.
weird, man.
Yes,
That's
yeah, the
so
anime
weird.
industry
I
is
feel like that's
fucked.
backwards,
It is, and it's
right?
that's
Like,
why
why
the
why don't they
animators are
just fully
overworked.
yeah, why don't they just like fully animate it and then release it? I don't
Yeah,
know why would you
I'm
animate
with
it
you,
week to
just
week?
add another
I
year,
know the
honestly.
weekly anime, you're obviously probably working week to week, but like in a
Yeah,
seasonal anime,
even those are
why not
worked week
finish
to
the
week.
product?
Yeah,
I
I
know,
agree
but
with
why
you.
not finish it
Yeah, that's a
beforehand
very good question.
and then release it? I just feel like that's so backwards compared because that's why I was curious. I'm like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like, well, why do we have this 6 episode or 5 episodes? I don't know.
Yeah, we
And
had
then
5.
we're on like a month break on a seasonal anime. Like to me, I feel like it
Hmm.
should have been all done. The package goes
Yeah,
out and then they release it.
that would make
Weird,
sense, but
weird.
unfortunately, logic doesn't work in anime
Yeah,
industry.
it's so weird. 'Cause I'm like, I'm trying to think like
Me too. Sometimes,
how
how?
animation wise, why? Especially, I don't get the seasonal one for sure. Like weekly, because I'm like trying to think, well, how did they do this Gear 5 episodes? Like, were they working before? Do they have a separate team? Because like video game, like live service games usually have like 2 or 3 teams, right? They have like this team's working on the next, let's say, patch or next expansion. Like for MMOs and stuff, there's usually a team that's already working like 3 years before the next expansion comes out, right? They have like that one team, and they have the current team that's working on patches. And
Overwatch
so it's
should
like,
learn from that, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
think so,
Well,
but
I'm
it
just
doesn't really
saying,
work like that.
and that's why I'm saying, I'm curious why, like anime, like especially with One Piece, like how did they have a team of Gear 5 people while they're animating this other episode, or like, are they just it's just one team and they're just doing the whole thing, and
They brought a
we're
lot
going
of people also new
okay.
for Gear 5. So
That's
they
what I'm
probably
saying. Like it
worked
just
on
feels really
week to
weird.
week episodes in general and also Gear 5 episodes at the same time. So probably 2 teams or combined teams, or some people are doing part of the process, or we'll probably never know. But
I want to
anime
behind the
industry
scenes,
itself
man.
is just
I want to behind the
insane
scenes.
how it is.
I want to see what they do. Like I
Yeah,
just want to
me
see
too, me too.
how does the whole work go and like why? I don't know. Especially the seasonal one, I feel like is definitely backwards. I don't think it should
You
be.
should watch those videos. I gotta link them to you with
Is that
how they went at
Trash Taste who
studios.
did it?
Not with Trash Taste. Also, the interview with
Oh,
the
okay.
animator. I forgot his name. Part of Studio Orange, and then they had another one. But they actually went in anime studios. I forgot. It was Cloverworks one, if I remember correctly,
Okay, interesting.
and
I'm
then
very
another one.
curious.
They're very, very good videos. I love videos like that when you actually see behind the scenes
Yeah, I
how it
love behind
works
the scenes stuff
in something
like
where you're actually interested in, be it cars, anime, movies, whatever. Seeing
yeah.
behind the scenes is great.
I love watching like video game documentaries. Like I love the
Mm-hmm.
RuneScape one, how RuneScape was being made and how they
How
did
it
that and
works, how
stuff.
they're made. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. So I'm
But
very
yeah,
curious about like
we're
anime.
probably
I
never.
feel like it's backwards, man. I feel like it's
It's
backwards.
very easy also for us to judge from the
Yeah,
sidelines.
yeah.
Say,
I
hey,
don't know,
we could
but
have
I'm
done
just
this.
saying.
We did do this.
Well,
Whatever.
it's like movies, they get filmed, they get directed and everything, and then they have the release date. There's the package or whatever, or
Yeah, but
TV
it's.
series even. They finish season
Mhm.
one, and here you go. This is season one, and then we started filming for season two. Then they
Yeah,
do all the
but
filming.
anime
And
is just
I just don't know. Yeah, anime just seems
very
like
anti-logic, so to say, how it works.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something we just don't know, and there's some kind of weird thing that I don't know.
Industry is fucked. It's
Yeah,
overworked.
yeah. Oh
Crunch
no, I
time.
agree on that.
It's
I agree on
insane.
that. It just seems very scheduling. Scheduling seems very weird to me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think that, but yeah, because the Jujutsu Kaisen thing, I was like, why do we even have a break? It's a seasonal anime, but that's how I thought how it was done. Like,
Trust you, I'm there with you. I'm there, but yeah, we're probably never gonna get a proper answer.
anyways,
But
yeah. So yeah, One Piece.
One Piece is One Piece.
Not this episode, but the last one. It was really great. I loved it. Loved the animation. Loved the music.
One of
Loved
the best
fight.
episodes that One Piece ever had.
Yeah, the newest episode, it's just them running around trying to get out of the fire.
It's just
pretty much it.
dragging for dragging's sake.
Yeah, and we got a recap next week, so there's no One Piece to talk about next week.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing the final boom. It should be the next like 2 or 3 episodes should be the big final of Wano.
The actual culmination of the fight. Then we're gonna have the aftermath of Wano. What's gonna happen there?
We got the live action though coming up.
Yeah.
We got some content, man. We got some.
When was it? 24 or 30? When was it?
31st.
Okay. So at the end of the month, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not actually excited. I'm gonna watch it out of curiosity, but I'm not hyped
excited
about
for
it.
like just content to talk about.
Yeah. Just as
I'm
for
really
content, yes.
For I'm very like I might just laugh and have a good time.
Yeah, just turn off brain and enjoy it. But hey, we never know.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna. I don't know. I'm thinking, should I rewatch the first episodes of One Piece because it's been a decade
It's been a long time, man.
since I actually watched everything at the start there, or just go in full with my old man memory. But yeah, we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna talk about it on the podcast.
So you guys know, as a huge One Piece fan, it's my favorite anime. I do not have faith in the live.
Oh,
and nothing against the
neither.
actors, nothing against it. Just I think it's an impossible goal.
Yeah, it doesn't translate anime to live action, especially something like One Piece.
It's the worst one. I feel like one of the worst ones to do. But now we got our last one here, the Jobless Reincarnation. How are you feeling about it?
Okay, there's 2 controversial things about. Let's get those things out first with Mushoku. The episodes were great. Amazing episode where I got the background, the characters, everything, the dynamics between them. But let's talk about the 2 big elephants in the room. We had the first one with Julie with the slavery. Yeah. First of all, Rudy didn't actually was the one that bought the slave. It was Zenoba. Also, I highly recommend reading the interview of the author after this with Rifujin, the author of Mushoku. Rudy can't fix slavery in this world. I'm not saying, hey, 100% slavery is bad in everything. There's no excuse for it. There's nothing to justify it.
It felt weird when I was watching it because I felt like, but easily. I feel like he could like save a majority of them, but I just
don't. You can't because everybody's gonna come after him. They're gonna kill him.
Oh yeah, no, I agree in that, but like it just felt weird how he like treated her in a way. But like I get like I'm not against or anything. It just felt like it's kind of weird. Like,
that scene was like him watching in the mirror how he was with depression.
Yeah, because it was that. It did a good job with that.
He gave her a choice.
Yeah.
I kind of respected what he did quite a lot. Death would have been easier in that situation, and if I was in that situation, I would actually consider death if I was a slave in that situation there. With no way out, no hope, no reason to live. What else is there? And he gave her a choice, and I love that moment when how he put it when she said, I don't want to die, but she didn't say I want to live. So she was just clinging to life for survival.
Have a problem with this thing?
Yeah. They're like, slavery is okay in Mushoku. No, it's not okay because it's shown like it's a shitty thing.
Well, I was just thinking, like, didn't Shield Hero do the same thing?
Yes, and like honestly,
he didn't save all the slaves. He just saved Raftalia.
Yeah, right? They treat slavery. They treat slavery like a commodity more in Shield Hero than in Mushoku Tensei, because even here it's shown that they don't treat Julie as a slave, and of course even in Shield Hero they don't treat Raftalia as a slave. But here they kind of saved Julie here. They saved one person, and also Rudy saved himself even more. Helping somebody is also helping yourself, how they handle that situation. That's why for me Mushoku
I'm just saying, like, does the other people have a problem with Shield Hero? Because I feel like it's almost the same situation.
They like, have it, but people shit on Mushoku a lot more, and Mushoku did it much better. How they handle that. And
I'm not saying that's the problem. I'm just kind of like disagree. I'm just like, well, should you guys complain?
It's double standards. It's always not just on Mushoku. For me, it's also with Made in Abyss. People have more issues with Mushoku than they have with Made in Abyss. And for me, Made in Abyss makes me a lot more uncomfortable. Not what's happening with the gruesome things, with killing and things like that.
Made in Abyss,
but the art sometimes and some of the scenes in Made in Abyss like are more sketchy for me than Mushoku, honestly. But people always shit on Mushoku.
They're both pretty bad.
Nah, for me, Made in Abyss is worse.
They're both pretty bad.
in Mushoku we
I
have
mean,
Rudy
the
being a
beginning,
piece of shit.
yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah, there's some
the
weird.
art in Made in Abyss, the weird
Well,
innuendos, the
yeah,
kids,
but
the
like jobless reincarnation, just lots of groping, lots of.
yeah, it's very
It's
bad also in
very
Mushoku. Yes, I'm not saying no, Rudy is a
I mean,
piece of
even
shit, degenerate.
this newest episode, he's just
Yeah,
full on
we're gonna
groping.
get to that, but
Wild
Made in
child.
Abyss makes me a lot more uncomfortable because they're full on kids and put into those situations, and
Oh, Rudy's a kid too, though.
he's not actually.
Yeah, he's like, what, isn't he like 14 right now?
No, he's 30. He was 36 in his first life.
Oh, yeah, but in what he is right now, though, is 14.
Yes.
His body's a 14-year-old.
Yes, he is.
So,
but also
yeah, he's a kid, bro.
at the same time, it's very different morals and rules in that world.
Yeah,
because at 7 years old, they become adults. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's very easy for people to make judgment here, and I'm not trying to defend Rudy. I'm not trying to justify his action or make excuses for it. I'm just saying how people consume content. When you're watching a movie, a TV series, and so on, it's okay for things to make you uncomfortable and say I don't agree with that, but at the same time you can also be okay with watching those things without condoning them. That's what I'm trying to say, because it's a very different world, different moral system, different rules, regulation, however you want to call it, about that. And he couldn't fix slavery. There's no way to fix as a single person fix slavery unless you become the leader of the world, and then you go into another type of isekai.
Well, it would be a different story then.
Yes,
like here,
this is more character driven, and instead of fixing the world.
Yeah, well, yeah, and like I said, it just reminded me of Shield Hero. It's like his goal is not to destroy slavery or anything like that.
Yeah,
either is Rudy's goal is not either. I'm not saying it's right. Slavery is awful and terrible or anything, but that's not. They have it in the world, and that's just not Rudy's
part
goal.
of the role. It's like watching a movie about slavery in the 1600s, whatever, a medieval movie. Of course, slavery is bad.
I don't know. I guess I didn't. That's what
yeah,
I was
that's why with Mushoku,
I didn't hear about this.
It is for me. Mushoku, it's more about characters and their relationship, and of course the fantasy things. I prefer fantasy more than science fiction. But then we come to these episodes for today, and this was more questionable and worse than what happened in the previous episode with Rudy here. Now, what he did throughout the episode was more comedic, but also very questionable with how he kidnapped those two girls, he groped one of them, and then he let them pee themselves after that. But there's zero excuses for all of those things that he did there. And this is why I'm saying it. Rudy is a piece of shit. I feel like I have to say it a lot of times. But at the same time, I like flawed characters. That's why I like Mushoku here. Rudy is very okay to hate Rudy. I'm fully with you there. But also, don't ignore all of the good things about the story, about everything that's happening, how good the series is at the same time.
How do you feel about season 2 right now, though? Because I feel it's actually way worse than season 1.
No.
I feel like it's like it is slow right now.
Yeah, but that always it has been slow.
I actually got a question, because I don't know if I forgot or anything like that. He was supposed to go after his mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is he not going for his mom right now?
Because Paul and the others are going. He got the letter, and that's why he's okay with staying at school. Yeah, and he's gonna go later, but there's already somebody going after her right now, looking for her.
He was looking, and now he's like chilling at school, which are
and apparently she's doing something. I forgot what exactly she's doing. So he knows she's okay.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Because I'm like, should he be going after his mom?
According to the letter he got, he knows she's okay. Now, I also have my suspicions. I don't think Zenith is okay. But his premise right now, what he knows, he thinks she's okay. Later on, maybe when we're gonna get to the turning point episodes, how it happened in Core 1, Core 2, we had 2 turning points episode. Maybe that's gonna get revealed.
I'm like, man, what do you want? When do you want to go after your mom? Just like double make sure, man. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, he has no idea what exactly she's, but he thinks somebody else is going after her and that she's okay. So that's why he's more comfortable in staying at school.
Like, that was in the back of my mind. I'm just like, should he be going after his mom, man? Like,
yeah. I get that, but it was mentioned and already explained in the anime.
I don't know. Season 2 has just been kind of meh so far for me personally. We're kind of doing the whole love relationship thing right now. I have this feeling that him and Roxy will finally like have that moment, and I feel like when they have that moment,
Roxy or Sylphie?
The elf girl.
Ah, Sylphie. Okay, I was like, he hasn't even met Roxy yet. Okay, Sylphie.
Okay, Sylphie. Yeah. So they're gonna have that moment, and that's gonna be the cure, right? But then I don't know why, but I feel like red hair is gonna show up somehow after that, and then it's just gonna be this weird.
I mean, it's probably gonna end up a harem. Also, it kind of feels like that series.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like, oh, his cure's all good and everything, and then they're gonna throw her maybe in there, like she shows up at the school or something.
I don't think she's gonna show up in the school. Maybe they're gonna meet with her when he goes after his mother, but I don't think she's gonna show up in the school.
Yeah, I don't know. Some way she's gonna show up, and then it's gonna be this weird, like, oh, do I love her or do I love her?
Well, he kind of loves all three of them.
Yeah.
But he's definitely gonna get in trouble with that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just feel like when they finally have that moment, it's taken a while to get to there.
Yeah, but it's great for me. I love how much it's taking to get to that moment, and also the
like romance stuff though.
But I like character things, and it's not just about romance. If it was just the romance, I
feel like this is a romance right now. We're doing.
It is, but it's also very character focused because Sylphie right now she has more power in the relationship than she had previously. Because she has all of the control, but at the same time she's also very scared of facing that relationship with Rudy. Because if she actually reveals who she is, she kind of loses that control, how much she has him on a pedestal, how much she admires him. And he's completely oblivious right now and dealing with his own confusion. Do I like guys? Am I gay? He can't really get it up right now with his erectile dysfunction. So there's a lot of things happening right now, and this is why I love Mushoku, the inner monologues, the turmoils, everything that's happening, the characters. I love the series quite a lot, and I'm very biased when it comes to the series.
I can tell.
Yeah, but it also has very questionable things. I'm the first one to admit that.
Yeah.
I'm never going to shy away from that.
I feel like season 2, like, we haven't done much at all.
Oh, we did quite a lot, though.
Like,
character-wise.
The first couple episodes where...
There wasn't a big plot point happening. I'm fully with you there.
And now we're like classes of the week. There's a little bit of character
But he needed this school though.
I wouldn't say there's much character movement going on.
There is. There's a lot of character movement.
I love you. Yeah. I have
especially for Rudy and Sylvie. There's a lot of character there.
I don't know. Well, Sylvie for sure, but I don't know about Rudy. Rudy's just kind of like, am I gay? Am I not? Like, what am I?
Yeah, but that's a big thing, though. He's very confused about something very serious.
Yeah, and he's just trying to find, the season's about, like, hey, I can't get a boner. You gotta find the cure.
And discovering himself. If you want to diminish like that, everything can be diminished and like that.
Well, it's been years, man.
It's a very slow story about a new life.
Very slow.
Yes,
very slow.
Yes.
Very slow. I don't know. Again, I have pacing issues, and this is another one where I don't know. It just feels like a mess. It's not like a bad season. It just feels like, has it been much?
I know. For me, it has been
more better pacing wise. Like, I had a bit of a problem with the middle part, but the beginning and the end felt really good pacing wise, and the story moving. Things are going, and now we're kind of like
you don't like slow things, and you don't like speedy things.
Yeah,
you always want the middle thing.
I like the good pacing.
But there's good things in both. There's also good things in speedy things and in slow things. With slow things right now with Mushoku, there's a lot of fleshing out of the characters right now. That's happening with Mushoku.
I don't think what did they flesh out though?
Rudy's confusion, him trying to deal with the relationship, his fear, his trauma about being abandoned, correlating sex and abandonment at the same time. It happened 2 times with him, Sarah and Eris, how it broke him. him trying to get back on his feet, learning more magic right now because he was stuck in his magic, making actual friends with him and Zanoba, having somebody to vent with Sylphie. I could go on and on what's happening right now, character-wise.
So that fleshed him out, though? I thought
Yes,
he
it
was a part
did.
of him. Like, that hasn't changed. He's been friends with the Zamba or whatever his name is, the Crafton. Like,
but he never actually had a proper friend in school. In school, he was treated as shit. This is the first time he's actually experiencing a first friend in school. The
he's had
first,
friends, though.
no, he did in school. The friends he had in his first life traumatized him, abandoned him, bullied him. That's why he was a shut-in.
He's had friends in general, though. He's made friends before this. Like, I don't think that's doing much.
It
I don't
does
think that's, like,
for somebody
trauma.
that was traumatized in school.
But he doesn't even mention it, though.
But that's why Mushoku is great. It doesn't need to mention it. It shows you that. It shows don't tell.
I just don't think it's important at all.
Of course, it's important for him to get past his trauma.
He doesn't have like any trauma going back to school. He just went there because he went there because the god told him, "Hey, your cure is there."
Yes.
He didn't go there because like, oh, I need.
But it's part of him.
My trauma.
It's not. Of course, everything is part of him with Mushoku. It's not just one thing. It's not a stretch. No.
He wouldn't have gone there if God or whatever, I don't know who he is, God or whatever.
Yes, that's part of it. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a stretch, bro. Like he
no, it's not a stretch because the entire story of Mushoku is about a second life, having a second chance.
If was over there, he would have never went there. He would have never went there.
That's true.
Right. So how would that flesh out anything about him? Like with this whole like
because he went there and he's getting. Can you let me finish a bit?
Yeah, but I'm saying like
he went there because of the god. Yes. But now he's having the experiences he didn't have in his first life. Actually having a proper school life and friends in school. That's the purpose of Mushoku, having a second chance at life for a very flawed character. And right now he's getting that in school. The reason why he went there...
Focus on it.
Yes, it's the entire beginning of the story and him being in school. That's the focus.
Huh? Yeah, but there's no focus on like his trauma, with being a kid or whatever in his previous life. They're not even like talking about it. That doesn't even cross his mind.
But that's the great thing.
Oh my god, I've had problems.
But you don't need something like that to happen. Every character to break down every time.
But his new life, he's already made friends. He's doing experiences.
Not in school and new experiences. He hasn't got past of it.
Yeah, he has.
No, he hasn't. He's still depressed.
The trauma he's had is with his woman.
Not just with his woman, his trauma in his first life, it's still affecting him to this day. He's he doesn't know how to handle people. He's very socially inept.
I'm just disagreeing that it's the school that he's like, oh, now things are better. I don't think doesn't even care about that. He's just trying to find his cure. That's literally all he's there for. He does not care about the school
he does, of course he cares.
No, he does not care. The only thing he cares about, that's why he groped the
yes, with that I fully agree with you. Yes, that's a very major reason, but that's not the only reason though. He doesn't realize what he's doing right now. He's having his second life.
And the teleportation, because that's the two things he's studying. That's the two things he's there for.
Yes, but the way he handles gaining those two things, the cure and the teleportation answers, he's actually living his life. That's the purpose of Mushoku.
I don't think that's even crossing his mind right now.
But that's the point. You don't realize is when you're doing the good things in life.
Even as a character, I don't think he's even thinking about it, or that's not. I just feel like that's a stretch.
No, I think you're missing a lot of things with Mushoku.
No,
when it comes to characters.
That's a stretch. You guys tell us down below.
Anyway, we're never gonna agree with Mushoku again. Let us know down in the comments below.
My argument is that he went there for the cure because God told him that your cure could be.
Yes, that's why he went there, but he's experiencing life right now.
Because my trauma.
That's not what I'm saying. That I didn't say that.
But I'm just saying that none of that. It doesn't cross his mind at all.
I think it doesn't cross your mind, not his mind.
No, when did they mention it in this season?
But he doesn't need to mention it. That's Mushoku. Show, don't tell.
It's not a focus, though. It's not a focus in the story.
Okay.
That's a stretch, man.
No, it's not.
They had a little flashback like, oh man, I remember my past life.
But you don't need that to always have it shown in your friends. Mushoku doesn't treat its audiences like they're not paying attention.
Yeah, but he's been in this world for a while. I don't think he cares about it. His life is way different now. He's barely thinking of his previous life. The only thing
He's
he's thinking
always
about right
thinking,
now.
especially when he's talking with the god. And he's very still socially inept. He doesn't know how to handle proper relationship with people. That's why he's also doing a lot of the questionable things he's doing.
Yeah, but he's already had these experiences in this new life that he feels a lot better. I don't think he's thinking
Oh,
about
he
the first
improved.
season.
He definitely
In the first,
improved, but
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
not a
The
good
first
person yet.
first season they showed it and everything like that, but I don't think this is a focus anymore. I think honestly it's the cure.
I'm not saying it's a
trying to solve
focus, I'm saying
conversation.
it's part of it. I never said it's a focus.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like I said, if there was no cure over at school, we wouldn't even be at school, and I guarantee that the trauma
He
stuff
would have
wouldn't
been
even
in
matter.
school, but that's why he went this time. But he still planned to go to school. Even Roxy told him to go to school at some point. He was stagnating with his magic. That's why he's also. It's part of why he's here. Why the god told him to go here now and the cure. Yes, that's the main reason why he went there. I fully agree with you here. But there's also a lot more happening, not just that.
I don't think so, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it a stretch.
Okay. I think you need to stretch your brain.
Man, I think it's stretching.
Okay, let's see. Enough Mushoku. Let us know dark hours below which one of us is smoking opium.
Hey, that's why we do this podcast.
Right? What else did we have besides Mushoku, Bleach, and One Piece?
I just said Zom 100. And the only thing I'll say about Zom 100 is I'm enjoying this probably as much as Mashal. I think it's really fun.
I heard really good things about it, but I'm happy I didn't start it. Because it feels like every week I'm learning it's been delayed.
Yeah. Again, we talked about it earlier in this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know the schedule, man.
I mean, it feels all over the place. This time I think it was delayed because of some special programming. So,
I always check every Saturday. I'm like, is there a new episode of this? Sometimes there is, sometimes not.
Episode 6 has been postponed due to 2023 World Athletics Championship.
Oh. Okay.
So the last few delays were because of production issues. Right now it's because of this special programming here. So yeah, episode 6 is gonna be August 27.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait for it to finish airing. I'm gonna binge it or towards the end of the season, like when it has like 10 episodes. So, yeah,
it's one of my favorite shows for sure.
I'm happy.
The only thing I'll say about episode 5, the people that have watched it, it reminded me of My Hero, and I think it was kind of a nod to My Hero. Oh, the episode.
You can go in spoilers. Spoilers don't bother me when I'm not doing videos on the series.
Okay.
Oh, spoilers, by the way. Episode 5 if you haven't watched it.
Yeah. It's on 100 yet. So there's like this zombie. So the episode's about Hero of the Dead, I think, or something was called.
Okay.
So he one of it on his 100 list or whatever. He wants to become a hero.
The bucket list, what he wants to do.
Yeah. So this episode's about him. He wants to be a hero. He's like, oh, I've always wanted to be. He has a flashback when he was a kid. He's like, oh, I always wanted to be a hero.
Okay.
And this and that. So he gets a shark like suit because it because he can't bite through it, right? And so he gets like this costume and everything like that. But anyways, he gets in this situation with like this zombie shark.
I think I saw a clip or meme or something about it.
Yeah, but anyways, like he's like, oh, and he's trying to save the girl that he likes or whatever. I'll be very vague a little bit, but anyways, there's this moment where he's like, oh, I gotta save them or whatever, and he literally does the like Deku punch. It felt he's saying like Deku things. It gave me very Deku vibes.
Maybe the referencing definitely My Hero
Academia.
And
literally the punch was like, and it was like, full power kind of like he's punching the shark. It reminded me of My Hero with Deku.
I think
the way he was talking and everything. I'm like, God, this has got to be a nod to My Hero.
From what I know, it kind of feels like that type of series, not to other things and references in a way.
It is. It's a lot of fun though. It's just very goofy, very fun.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. Yeah. We're getting close
and the animation was beautiful too in this episode.
To the end of this anime season, or like halfway there, or even closer. Honestly,
it was weird.
Yeah, time flies by.
Like, dude, I know, man. It's almost fall.
Yeah, it's insane. It feels like, hey, didn't we just finish an anime season, and right now we're almost done with another one?
Didn't the summer just begin?
No. It's insane how much flies by.
All right, let's get into our topic for today.
Well, finally, we had heated debates over here.
Hey, it's good. That's good
stuff. I
People
love it.
that
I always
stuff.
love talking about like this instead of, hey, yes, I agree, yes, I agree, yes, I agree. It feels
no matter
better
what,
than
me and
disagree.
Aries are still friends.
Yeah,
We
we're gonna
disagree on
fight
things.
after this. We're gonna have creator clash.
I'm going all the way to Romania. I'm booking another trip.
Come at me.
Yeah. I'm gonna knock on your door, kick over your table, and run. No.
No, my table.
Anyways, let's talk
Okay,
about
let's
the
see.
power
Power
systems
systems in anime. Now,
What
there's
do
a
you
lot
what do
of
you
them. We're probably not gonna get to all of them,
No.
but
We'll
this
probably
is
talk
just,
about most of the major ones, let's
yeah,
be honest.
our favorites, some of the more well-known ones, and why we like them, why some feel shallow, why some feel better, and along those lines. So, if we missed a series, it's because it sucks. Simple. I'm joking. So,
do you want to go first? What system do you like?
I feel like one of the most underrated series. It's Mondai for me. I'm gonna start with a less known one or more underground one, so to say. Now, a lot of people know No Game No Life, right?
Mm-hmm. I love No Game No Life.
Yeah, I love it also, but I feel like Mondaiji does it better, the game thing. How everything is solved by having a game, even though that game is a lot more dangerous than sometimes than the actual fights. But here you also have the fight component. You can have it work like how it works in No Game No Life, having only games without violence. But here you can also have the violence thing, like having bets with fights. And the way the power system works here is based on gifts. Like you get gifts from gods. You can also be a god, fight gods. And each gift is also very based on how the individual is. And it makes sense for that individual how their powers is. Somebody can talk to animals. Somebody can make somebody do what they want with the word, hey, right now touch your headphones or something like that.
Yeah.
But the fights are also really good. You have guilds here, what's happening. Now, I wish it had more episodes. It's not very fleshed out what's happening because it has only 10 episodes and one special episode. It's more like a filler, but 10 episodes with the main story. The fights are great in just 10 episodes.
So there's only 10 episodes?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of the series that I honestly want season 2 the most for a series like this.
A No Game No Life situation as well, where we don't get season 2. We only have like 12 episodes.
This was a series ahead of its time, kind of ahead of isekais and things like that. And I wish more people watched it. And the power system here is
No Game No Life,
really, really good, and I highly recommend this one. It has tournaments, fights, everything here that's happening. And having fights like this with the bets and how the power works, a gift counters this gift. Also, there's technicalities to how the gifts work, the abilities. Kind of reminds me a bit more on Nen, but not as serious as Nen, so to say, more DBZ wise. This is more outlandish powers that you have here with Mondaiji than compared to something like Nen. And we're definitely gonna get to Nen also. So this is one of my favorite power system also in anime. Oh,
I'll just mention like No Game No. I like No Game No Life as well. I just like the system behind it. You know, there's a terrible world or whatever. And then they wish that you get to play games. I don't know. I like the betting system, the game system, the statistics. I love. But that's what anime does with the Japanese writing. They're very in depth about like their stats and I just love the math behind it and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll have to watch that one. But I do like No Game No Life system as well. And I wish we would get season 2, but it might never happen.
It kind of went beyond the meme right now with No Game No Life. There's series that you have
very close on reading it. Very close.
Yeah, I thought about it also with Mondaiji and with No Game No Life, but I
really enjoyed it.
Prefer anime so much, it just hurt me. I don't know.
I know, I do too. I want to know,
Yeah.
And then if it does happen, then I'll be excited it comes back.
So, which power system do you like?
So yeah, I'll start with kind of a lower one, I guess. Even though I have other issues with the anime, but I thought the power system was cool.
Okay.
All right. You guys are probably gonna be surprised because I've been harsh on it a bit. Fire Force. I actually think Fire Force.
I have it here also. Fire Force. Yeah. Pyrokinesis thing. Yeah.
It's all to deal with fire in different ways. I think it's actually kind of cool.
It's really smart how they use fire. You could have.
Yeah, it's just different. Like
in other series, you have fire just being, hey, I'm gonna burn you, but here it's like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
entire power system based on fire.
It's good that no one has water, or anything like
True.
that. But no, I thought it's cool. Like Fire Force is really cool with all the fire abilities and stuff like that. The way they use different, fire techniques and everything like that. So I think it's just cool that we focus on one element and how far this element can go. I think it's a cool power system. Even though I've been harsh on different problems with it, but I thought the system was cool. That it's legit.
Yeah,
fire.
and it looks great. Honestly, look when they're fighting, just looks so good.
Yeah. So I had to put Fire Force in. I think it's a cool power system.
Do you know any spoilers with Fire Force?
I think only the one I think we've technically talked about.
Well, I'm just gonna say it goes wild towards the end with the powers, like.
Oh, okay.
Wild.
I don't know about that. The only thing I know is like maybe the crossover thing at the very, very end or whatever, because the manga's over, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about. I need to go back and finish season 2. I don't even think I finished season 2.
I covered it in videos, by the way, if you guys want to check those out.
Yeah. I think I got in episode 14 is where I stopped.
It had like 24 if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So I didn't even finish season 2 yet.
You should.
I'll go back and finish it. I will. I think the last part I remember is Joker and who's the guy with
Benimaru.
Yeah. They were
infiltrating
the building, like the church or whatever. So that's the last that I remember.
Yeah.
So I think that was around 14-ish.
Somewhere there. I don't remember the exact episodes count, but yeah. And also in season 2 they expand more with the power system, honestly, towards the end. So you're gonna have a lot of fun there. What's happening at the end?
Yeah, I just have other issues with it, but
we can go review series, but here we're gonna focus on the power system.
I think it's on the podcast. Series. If you want to go way back, I probably was talking about it and being upset when I was watching week to week. But yeah, no, I'll give it to him though. I like the power system. I think it's cool.
Yeah, and okay, since you already mentioned Fire Force, let's go into Soul Eater, also kind of connected, even with the thing that
I have Soul Eater here as well.
Yeah, that you had mentioned. So big spoiler here about both series. Major spoiler. Warning. Now, Fire Force and Soul Eater are the same world.
Which is so weird.
Yeah, it is, because Fire Force is the beginning of the world. Soul Eater comes after, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Something like that. I didn't read up on all of it, but like
that's another conversation we can go. Now, Soul Eater, the power system is honestly so good with how they handle the transforming into weapons and the soul thing. Yes. I think it's one of the most interesting power system that we have in general, and
human weapons.
Yeah, well, we can go about the review of the series and whatever. The ending sucks, but the power system, the characters, the designs are so good, and I wish we just had more solitary. Very interesting. Yeah, having humanoid weapons transforming into weapons. The combination there, how much you can do with that. Hey, sometimes your partner, let's say your weapon, disagrees with you what you want to do. How much character you can also have there, just trying to work together with your weapon. I love that so much. Yeah.
Screw you, I ain't transforming.
Yeah, Soul Eater, definitely, and how not just with the weapons, even how the souls are used as powers. They're trying to get 100 souls to evolve. Also other soul powers, and how much I feel like this is more soul power than just weapon powers, because the weapons are itself souls, if I remember correctly there. So
yes,
very good power system with Soul Eater.
Was that 99 souls and one witch one or something to evolve?
Yeah, something like that.
Because they screw up and they eat a cat soul at the beginning.
So it's very fun series also.
Yeah. But hey, you want a Halloween series for October coming up?
Definitely Soul Eater.
Yeah, 100%.
And Iruma, watch Iruma-kun.
Yes.
What else?
Which one should we go with? I actually, even though I wish this was remade.
Okay.
Toriko. I like Toriko's system with the food and everything like that. It's kind of like a mix between like Food Wars and like DBZ, but like how they power up with their food and stuff like that. And I don't know how he evolves, which I think is funny with the whole like fork technique.
Yeah, the gourmet cells, how his power grows stronger with more delicious food. And man, I
Yep.
love Toriko so much. I'm so glad you have it. You mentioned it here.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun system. I thought it was a cool world and everything like that. But yeah, I like Toriko
And
quite a bit, and
it
I wish we got a remake of that.
it has gourmet demons also, because everybody has their own demon. How the power system works in Toriko, and just so interesting. Even more later in the manga, the anime went its own original route. What happened towards the end there, but the power, it kind of goes through kind of like DBZ levels towards the end there also.
Yeah. I like Zebra a lot, so Zebra's my boy.
You know, and just I'm so glad Toriko. So it kind of made me a bit nostalgic, honestly, remembering. I wish we had more Toriko.
I would love them.
And they managed to make fighting over food so interesting and so fun.
Yeah. I think the world was really cool too. I thought it was a very cool world.
Oh yes.
The whole, like, was it kind of like their dark content? Like
yeah, it's more dark content. Like, they also had that towards the end. They had the actual gourmet world. Yeah, we only saw the actual world. We went a bit in the gourmet world in the anime, but not fully much. Went into it.
Yeah. I think that's only in manga. So, but yeah, no, Toriko. I think it's a cool
and idea. We can do a next episode at some point, maybe best worlds in anime.
Yeah, I would do worlds. I think it's interesting.
Okay, food for thought. Make sure to like and subscribe for a future episode.
Yeah. Write it down.
Yeah. So let's see. So Toriko you had. I'm gonna put High School DxD. I think a lot of people just focus on the boobs with High School DxD.
It is what it is.
There's definitely there boobs. Boobs are also part of the power system, like 100% they use boobs, part of the power system. But it's not just about that with High School DxD. We have energy power, how it works, demon, angel, the sacred gear, the transformation, and also very complex with the chess system, because the power system, especially with demons, every demon has assigned a chess piece to them. And their power system is also based on the chess pieces. You can be a pawn, which is considered the weakest piece in chess. But at the same time, you can also evolve to a queen with how chess works. Reach the end of the chessboard, become a queen, king. Also the transformation with the sacred gears. I could go in spoilers what exactly it means with the sacred gear there, but that's a very, very good power system that they have in High School DxD, and so many people underestimate this series and just dismiss it. Hey, it's just sexy, ecchi series. Yeah, I'm not into that. Well, I fully understand that not everybody needs to be okay with
one. I've heard from my friends that it's actually a pretty good anime. Like, yeah, it has a lot of harem and stuff like that, but it kind of reminds me of Freezing.
I know it, but I never actually watched it. I know.
Actually, good story, but just it's one of those animes with like, oh, I hit you in the back, and the chest plate and everything just falls off, like, you know, boobs. You know?
Yes, here.
It's one of those animes, but it actually has a good story overall and everything like that. It's just, it has those moments. So, you know, I'll have to watch High School DxD. I
highly recommend this one, and Mondaiji, just very underestimated series.
I think.
Yeah, it has 4 seasons, and also season 3 there's a weird order because the studio kind of fucked up with. They went against the author, the story. They changed, and like that's why they changed studios for season 4. So at season 3 you need to watch, I think it was like up to episode 9, then watch a special episode, and then go to season 4.
Okay.
So if you started, just let me know.
Okay. But I'll watch all of it overall just to see what the heck happened.
I love the series. I love the series. Cool. Okay, which other power system you have?
Oh, so since we're kind of going like harem, like why not like just throw Kill la Kill in there?
Yeah, I have it here also. Like I think Kill la Kill is one of the most unique power systems.
So, I was like, why not? You threw.
Yes, I'm happy. Yeah.
I'll just throw Kill la Kill out there. You know, hey, the more naked you are, the stronger you are. You know what I'm saying? You know, clothes and stuff and transformation.
The more you reveal, the more powerful you are.
Yeah, the more powerful you get. No, Kill la Kill is fun as hell. I will stand by it. I really enjoy Kill la Kill. All right, not just because of the harem parts and stuff like that, but I think it's actually a cool power system. I love the music in it.
It's just
great characters.
insane how they made alien clothes or life fibers, how they have it called in the anime, work as a power system. Like, genius.
It just keeps well, and it's triggered too, so it reminds me of Gurren Lagann as well. Like it starts very grounded, and then we're going to the moon. We're just going way out there. So
just like a JRPG, save a cat, kill a god.
Yeah. Like Final Fantasy, we're very grounded, and then we're killing gods. All right, that's how triggered animes are. So.
If you haven't watched Kill la Kill, do yourself a favor and watch it. You're gonna be more than pleasantly surprised. A power system based on clothes, which every anime just doesn't give a fuck about clothes.
The music's great too. Great soundtrack.
Then
what else we got?
Let's see. We have let's go with the big one. DBZ, Key Power.
Key Power. DBZ.
I mean, we already had this conversation with transformation, that episode. Make sure you check it out there, and I think you can narrow it down with a lot of series kind of using a very similar power system, be it ki, energy, power levels, whatever.
When it comes down to it, it's like it's spiritual power.
Yeah, kind of like a fuel, how much fuel you have, however you want to call it in a fighter. But here I think a lot of us also grew up with this one, screamed your lungs out trying to become Super Saiyan, but
we all tried. We've all tried.
Power levels over 9,000 there, or over 8,000, how much it was in anime. But the meme, everybody knows that 9,000. I think it's very simplistic, but also very complex at the same time, with the Kaioken, the levels, the transformations, how they go into different things later on with the gods, but even just in Z. I love the power system here, but I also fully acknowledge that it's more simple than a lot of other power systems. It's very iconic and very... Sometimes you need less is more, and I think DBZ does it perfectly here. You don't need always have overcomplicated things and technical things. Just have a straight in front.
Power system?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite also, no.
I still enjoy it. Like,
yes.
More DB, if Super comes out with more, I'll be watching Super. Like I always said, like DBZ just, I think that's why a lot of kids are like, even when we were kids, we liked it. You don't have to think about it. There's nothing. It's just like, you got stronger, power up, baby, let's go.
Also, DBZ, the story in itself, it's a lot simpler at face value than a lot of the series, but I can't give enough credit to Totally Not Mark on YouTube, much bigger than all of us combined here. But he does such a well job with the reviews of Super, DBZ, based on arcs, and I highly recommend those videos if you want more in-depth anything about DBZ. Kind of blew my mind away, some of the things even I ignored in the series, and I love those videos so much, how much attention and love it goes into those videos, and showing just how complex also Dragon Ball is in itself, even though we take it for granted sometimes.
Good old DBZ.
Well,
no, I mean like I said, that's why my kid is like obsessed with it, right? He just loves everything else. Like, it makes sense. It's an easier series to digest. You don't have to like overthink it or anything. It's just like these are really cool fights, funny moments, good characters. And that's what it is. It's a simplistic thing, and it's cool. I still enjoy it. And I enjoy the power system as well. I like seeing new transformations, even though I think there's like I don't even know how many forms we're at now.
There are a lot of forms in DBZ. Not just for Goku. Even if you take Goku outside, Piccolo has like 5 forms. Piccolo.
Yeah, there's Orange Piccolo.
We can go in all of the transformation there. Make sure to check out that episode. But yeah,
it's like Digimon. It just keeps forming.
So, what other power system series?
Oh, I had DBZ in here, but so I will go with. Let's go. I'll do the Hunter x Hunter. Why not? Probably my favorite power system.
I would put it as the best power system, but not my favorite.
It's the most interesting one. I think it's the most like.
I think it's the best from a technical point of view. How well it works. How fleshed out the powers are.
I like the way Hunter x Hunter they do their fights. I like the thinking, the counters, the coming up with what Nen can do.
Yes.
And how you can advance it and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just really cool. I think it's a very unique idea in a universe.
It probably has the most rules and the less rules at the same time with how it works. It's very fleshed out with how technical it can be, and I love in Hunter x Hunter how somebody weaker, like physically weaker, can win against somebody stronger because of how Nen works. It's much more thought into the fights how they are.
It's
here.
like
It's
a
not
chess
just
game.
yes.
You know?
It's not just, hey, I have more power, I'm gonna smash you. Even though sometimes it also does that. Because that also is great. You don't always need to overthink everything. But having the capability to do both so well, it's insane how good Nen power is. And that's why I think overall
there's so many like
it's the best
characters too with their abilities, and like you just don't know. Like it's a fun universe where like I don't think you know who the strongest is. It's another thing. Like I like One Piece. Like we don't know exactly, you know, their full capable abilities. Like who would win in a 1v1? Like I'm not sure. It'd be a very interesting match. I would like to see it. You know how they do their chess pieces and stuff with their abilities. I don't know, but Hunter x Hunter is awesome.
I think from a technical point of view, it's the best power system. I don't think any other power system come close to this. When you have,
I don't think so.
It's very very simple. We can end the podcast here. Hey, if you're on a technical point of view, Nen power is the best. But it's not my favorite.
I like Gon's, you know, how he advances his rock, paper, scissors, you know, moment. You know?
Something very simple made also very complex.
Yep. Who would have known? Rock, paper, scissors can be so complex.
Yeah, it's insane how good it is.
Yeah, very cool.
But since you mentioned One Piece, let's see. With One Piece, Devil Fruits and Hockey.
Yep. Now, I love One Piece.
I love it. It's great, and I'm so happy they also added Hockey, because at the beginning Hockey wasn't so prevalent, so to say, at the beginning of the series, or for the majority.
Yeah. They had clues that it was there.
It wasn't as used or as present as it is right now, because right now Hockey is very used. Be it all the three, what was it? Seeing into the Future, Conqueror's Hockey, and what was the other one? I can't remember.
Armament Hockey.
Armament Hockey, to arm themselves. Three of them. And Conqueror's Hockey is the rarest one. Hockey is like energy, honestly. Hockey is energy. So Devil Fruits are more unique than Hockey, honestly, in my opinion, because even it has three shapes, Hockey, three forms. All of them are energy, based on energy. But
and now they have three as well.
The Devil Fruits are more expanded, so to say, than kind of reminds me a bit of Nen, but weaker than Nen, like quite a bit weaker with how they work, because sometimes it's like
I think it's
more physical.
What One Piece does with like just some weird ass abilities.
Oh yeah, it's like outlandish sometimes, goofiness. Sort of works, but like it makes sense in One Piece.
With swimming, you know, he's like swimming under the ground and stuff when he's fighting Frankie.
Oh yeah, the concrete one,
yeah.
It's very like outlandish.
Or the bubble girl, you know, where she changes makes people into like bubbles or whatever.
And the sugar one was the one that was able to manipulate sugar. So many weird Devil Fruits, and this is why I think the uniquest to it is there with One Piece. But One Piece has that with characters, stories, everything it has there. But as a power system, and also the weakness, the major weakness, which is prevalent overall, doesn't matter how powerful you are, the sea fucks you up.
Yeah, the sea prism, the sea. Yeah.
Sea is the major weakness to Devil Fruits.
It seems like there's like a lot of counters to like certain things, and it's just like the thing that I love is like, I don't know, you know, Shanks is a very strong Hockey, like how, you know, compared to like Luffy with his Gear 5 or whatever, Blackbeard. Blackbeard can cancel Devil Fruits. So, like,
which is one of the big mysteries there with Blackbeard, how he's able to steal the Devil Fruit. But that's going into conversation with One Piece.
But this is the power system. Like, I couldn't tell you right now who is the strongest in the world.
Me neither. I don't think.
You know, because like Hockey's a whole different game. You know, Shanks is, you know, top tier. Even like Mihawk with his sword abilities.
We don't know. We haven't actually seen Mihawk fighting fully.
You know, and like, does Mihawk have Hockey?
I think he has the observation one, but I don't know about the other one. Observation and armament. Those two, he has them.
Yeah. And it's interesting because observation Hockey, I think it's the first time we get shown as Eneru, because Luffy had to like cancel out his thoughts to fight Eneru. He has that moment where he does.
I think it was with Enel, yeah.
That was like the first like big clue. It might have been even before, but that's the one that comes to mind to me. Which kind of reminds me of something. Gear 5 was actually teased back in Skypiea.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy.
We
But
said it
hey,
even last week.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
Just
It was
with
last
fire
week, last
dancing and
episode.
stuff, with yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nika and stuff like that, and yeah, and then yeah, with even I don't know the gods. There's technically gods in One Piece, you know, like Nika, the the planets or whatever. With you know, I don't want to get into spoilers. I'm making sure I'm not
Yeah.
going from
There's
on stuff,
but
but
yeah,
yeah,
overall,
but
devil fruits are the
overall,
main power system in One
yeah,
Piece, and I
devil
think it's
fruits and
really,
hockey.
really good with how unique they are.
Yes, it's very cool. I very much enjoy it. I think it's a very interesting.
Okay, what else you got?
Um, let's see. I got Fate, the Fate series, just in general.
Yeah,
I like the
I
power
thought
of
about
Fate.
putting Fate also. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked with the magic servants, and then
Mm-hmm.
I just like the like Gilgamesh's abilities, just the abilities in general, how they all have their big
The
their
noble
nuke
phantasm. I
ability.
love
Yeah,
that
the noble
definition
phantasm.
so much. With how
Yeah,
every
and
servant has a noble phantasm.
yeah, so it's like you know, it's picking like your character class in an RPG. You know, it's like,
Mm.
hey, I like this one a lot because they do this certain ability, and
And
how do they use that certain ability?
also how much the identity matters quite a lot, because
Yeah,
if you know the identity of a servant, if you know the noble phantasm, it helps you quite a lot more
yeah,
during the fight.
gives you an advantage in the fight. So it's
And
like,
how
oh,
much
what's
they
your
try
name?
to hide that and not fully reveal at the start unless you're Gilgamesh and don't care.
Yeah, yeah. They don't care. Or you know, like even assassins, if you have an assassin class, their sneaky abilities and what they can do, and
Mm.
like how you want to use them and stuff.
Even that guy that
Um,
was fake assassin with was Murasame, or what was his name, the step
mhm.
scenes with
Yep.
the Tsubame Gaeshi with the swallow hit there that hits at 3 times. Knowing that
Yeah.
identity just matters quite a lot, and also based on skills like actual historical entities. But this is why Fate is great overall. But yeah, as a
It's like
power system,
yes, Saber as well with the visible sword. You
yeah,
know,
Avalon, the guard of
yeah,
the sword.
yep, because it would give away the identity of her.
This is
So
more towards magic power based system overall that we know,
yeah,
more
but
fantasy here. But
I
I
very
love it.
much enjoy it. Yeah,
Fate is great. Now, I think this works for a lot of series that we have, like Slime, Danmachi, a lot of isekais based on levels, skills, magics, passives, a lot of things. I always like that because how in depth it goes. Like, you can go with a skill, it has this passive, this passive. Of course, we go into overpowered characters here a lot of the times how it handles this type of power
yeah.
system.
Slime is like it's like absorption, right? Like
Yeah, his main
absorb.
skill started with absorbing, but it's also
Damachi is pretty. I like Damachi
for the growth. I actually love Danmachi
like
so much.
the growth, and I kind of like the level system. I'm a fan of like lower
Mm,
numbers. Like personally, in my video games, I like
yeah, me
lower.
too. Me too. I love Lord. Not Diablo, how it goes into trillions.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 does a pretty good job of this,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
with its
yes.
very lower levels and stuff like that. But
Less is more. Less is more. Yeah,
yeah, I do. Like it just feels better overall.
and
But yeah, I like that about Damachi because like I think he's only I
he's
didn't
level
finish the
4
last
right now.
yeah level 4 yeah. So it's like oh that's pretty cool because it feels like D&D kind of numbers where I
It
think like
kind of
20
is kind of
max.
is because in other series you have level 100 characters, level
Yeah,
200, whatever, and here I think the highest that we got was 7 or 8 with the guy under Freya. I can't remember his name right now. The big dude. I think he's the
Mm,
highest level that we got in the series right now. And I love passive skills, how it works with his Argonath, the hero, the one that he has with I I'm so bad with names. The one that allows him to grow so fast as a character, and also in Slime, with having so many passives, his absorption skills, his nullifying magic. I like the skill-based power system. A lot of series have done it here, but I think like Slime, Danmachi does it great.
yeah,
Spider Isekai also is really good with skill-based power system. I always love a series that has these levels and skills in general. I wish
yeah, I do too.
we got more of them like that. So, what other one do you have?
Um, I put Jujutsu Kaisen in where my Gojo thing. The
Mm,
curse energy. I
I
like
have
the
it here
curse
also.
energy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um, especially I like the domains. I think the
yeah.
domains is
Domain
a very
expansions are
cool.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
it's a
like
very
Reality
interesting idea.
Marble from Fate. Also, they do that in Fate.
Yeah, yep. kind of like, yeah, it's kind of similar in a way. But yeah, the domains I think are really cool with the curse energy and the way how curse energy works with the, gets
But
formed through like negative emotions or whatever through people
I
and
think
stuff like that.
the best thing that Jujutsu Kaisen does to power system is that hard rule they have in the universe. When you reveal your power, it amplifies your power.
Mhm.
I really love that so much because a lot of the series villain speech or whatever reveal, hey, my power works like this, but that's just random. He said it, what his power works has no effect. Instead, unless it's a plot point. But here in Jujutsu Kaisen, it actually serves the purpose. Revealing your power amplifies it, and I love that so much.
And I love a lot of like certain like the clap guy. I think it's awesome. Like you wouldn't think
Yeah,
like, oh,
Todo.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he can switch positions every time he
Mm.
claps or whatever on people and fight. It's just such a cool way of fighting. Like I think it's
Mm.
awesome.
When he
The
first
way he uses
revealed,
it.
I was like, hey, that kind of sounds weak. It didn't fit his how the
Yeah.
character was. But then I saw how he used it, and I was like, damn, that's broken.
Yeah, switch it wherever time he wants. So
Yeah.
no, it's cool.
Mm.
So yeah, I'd put Jujutsu Kaisen on there. I think it's a cool world, and
I
can't
have
wait for
it.
more
I have it
season
here
2.
also. Now I have one that I like, but I also don't like at the same time. Attack on Titan Titans.
Oh yeah, I have that one on here too.
I don't know. Overall, I like it. It's very interesting concept transforming. And yes, it's a mecha anime, but
It's a mecha anime. No, I enjoy
sometimes
it.
I enjoy it also. But sometimes I feel like Titans are lacking. Maybe I'm used to all of the other outlandish power systems. I think it works
Yeah,
really well
it's
into
more
the
grounded.
world.
I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like.
a lot more grounded here with Attack on Titan. That's why I'm laughing my ass off when somebody compares Eren to a character that
Yeah.
is gonna flick me away. I'm like, okay, I get it. You like Eren, but you're not gonna put Eren against Goku.
No,
or
I mean
that
even
universe.
humans like have stuff to slow the Titans down.
Yeah,
They were
even
actually losing the war.
us
You know.
as humans
Yeah.
would be able to destroy Titans.
Yeah. So.
But I like it. But at the same time, I don't know. I wish they kind of use Titans more. It's very hard for me to put it into words what I think it's lacking about Titans. Sometimes I feel like they're just
I think it was very strong at the beginning, and then
yeah, and
it got
towards the end
less
it
and
kind
less
of they
towards
didn't
the end.
focus on Titans that much towards later on.
Because that's how my feeling is now. But like at the beginning, I mean, like it was like, oh man, these crazy ass Titans. But I think that's just the way the story goes. And
Yeah,
how
it's more
people
about the
stand.
story. I'm not watching Attack on Titan for the fight.
No, well, just how like it's like, oh, there's when the world opens up, you're like, oh, and that changes everything, like
Yeah,
okay, and then you see the technology, and you're like,
one
oh,
of the biggest twists in anime and everything like that with Attack on Titan. But
you're feeling like you're in medieval times, but no, we're not in medieval.
Yeah, there's big twists in Attack on Titan. That's why it's really good. But just the power system, for me, sometimes I feel it's lacking, even though I really like it and it makes sense in the story.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I do like it. I think it's really cool, and I do agree with you. Like I feel like it just gets. I feel like the Titans just get weaker as the story goes on. So
yeah, it's more focused on the characters than.
I think it's the big reveal thing and like technology, and then and I think that's part of the story and what's going on and losing the power, right?
Okay, what else you got?
Well, we did talk about it a little bit earlier, but I was just gonna put it here because it reminded me of Kill la Kill, but Gurren Lagann with the spiral power, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the most outlandish power, honestly, I think. I don't even know if you can call it power. I think that's like.
Well, it's spiral energy, is what they call it.
Yeah, spiral energy.
It's
another energy key, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the way that they pilot their systems, the way it transforms their mech, if you want to say, which the more spiral energy they have, again, we get to like throwing universes at each other, and like how crazy we get, like they're throwing like a frisbee, whole
yeah,
universe,
here have a galaxy.
yeah, versus anti-spiral energy. So I just like it. It's goofy as hell.
Yes,
like
Kill.
I like it. It's fun. And it's another fun spiritual power one that I enjoy.
Okay, let's see. I think I have one World Trigger, which a lot of people need to watch this series.
Yeah.
It's probably the closest we have to Nen power, I think. This is one of the most technical also power systems in anime, how it works.
remember trying it, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it when I first
I
tried
mean,
it. But
it has some. The animation is a bit weak at the start, definitely. The second
there's a
season
few
and after that,
episodes.
it got much better. But the fights, if you like technical fights like Hunter x Hunter, you're gonna love World Trigger. How well it
Yeah,
does that. How
I'll have to try again. I just remember just trying it, and I was like,
it's based on triggers, how it works with technology, with neighbors. They call the aliens there in the universe, and also the black triggers are like kind of power ups of normal general triggers, but they also have a side effect. Each character has a side effect. Somebody can tell when you're lying instantly. Somebody can predict the future a bit. Somebody else something else. But it's more technical fights and more planning than sometimes even Hunter x Hunter, because sometimes Hunter x Hunter goes more the physical route, but Trigger is more technical than Hunter x Hunter in the fights, honestly.
yeah,
And I think
maybe I'll
it's
have to
one of
try
the
it again.
most interesting fights and power systems with World Trigger.
Hmm.
Where else you got?
I got. So I was just thinking of this. I actually enjoy Future Diaries.
I never watched it. I only know about it through
So
memes and osmosis, but I never actually
I think the
watched it.
cool thing of it is everyone has like a diary, right? And it's the way you write about your diary. So, for example, the crazy chick in there, Yuna, she writes about. She's very obsessive of the main character. It's been a while since I watched it, so I'm kind of I don't remember all the names. But she's like obsessive with that. So she writes the way her diary works is the way what he's doing. So like she gets clues and like future stuff of like what he's doing and stuff like that. So everyone, and I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what his was, but every diary was different the way they write about certain things, and it's very cool. And they have to use this because like a tournament where they have to go and kill each other or whatever and like find each other. And this their diaries will give them clues the certain ways that they write and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's very unique and cool, fun way to through the whole story is and stuff like that. So, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the way like they look at their diaries, they have like their phones, and like he's trying to run out of a situation, and he gives details. I think his was like a little bit of futuristic, if I remember. It's been a while since I watched it, but because I remember him running up the elevator and I'm like, "Oh, go right here." I like his is like, "Oh, I'll go right here," but then I get killed here, so I can't
Mm-hmm.
go that way. I have to go this way. So like he works on the fly the way his diary works, and each one of them is different. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting, very cool.
Let's see.
You got any more?
Oh, I have a lot more, honestly.
Okay, you can do a
Uh,
couple more.
I have. I think this is one of the most interesting way how they combined powers here in Index or Railgun or Raildex universe. You have two types of powers here.
Yeah,
You have magic power, like there's actual magic into the world. Like so many cities use magic as a power, different types of magic, different implementations of it. But it also works in combination with science power, like Esper cycle, something like how Superman powers are very physical powers. Like he's an alien, he has different physiology, how it works, and but it's more grounded in science. Like this, there's a character with electromagnetism powers, being
I
able
watched the
to,
first season of Magic Index, so
yeah,
I know
it's
a little bit.
it's a very good power how it's able to combine this, and the character able to manipulate vectors, accelerator. It's one of the most broken powers in general in anime. Being able to, if you actually understand how vectors work, I'm not saying I do. That's way beyond my capabilities of math, but it's manipulating how the world works through science. This is one of the best power systems, honestly. And I wish more people got into the series, even though the anime has issues. It's very hard to do Index as an anime compared to the light novels. It's way too complex. Even though I love the anime, pacing issues, especially in the last season, but I still want more Index and Railgun. And it's really fun. The fights are great. The plot twists, but as
Is
a
this
power
series
system, it's
over?
very interesting. No, the anime no, but you can watch it. It doesn't need to be
Isn't there
over.
like isn't there like 3 Magic Index seasons and
Yeah, there's 3
3
Index and 3
Railgun?
Railgun, so you have like 6
Okay,
seasons.
yeah,
But
I was gonna say there's quite a bit.
the events work at the same time. You see it from
Yeah,
different perspectives. This is why it's
yeah,
great.
the girl's the Railgun one, and then
Yeah,
the guy or whatever the
Toma.
Magic Index. Yeah, totally. It's been a while, but yeah, I watched season 1 of it.
Mm. So
But yeah, do you have any more? I ran out of my list. So.
okay,
I mean,
then I'm just gonna ramble for a bit. Let's see. I have My Hero Academia quirks, which I thought they were a lot more interesting towards the start of the series. After that, they kind of fizzled out. Honestly, they
yeah,
went
they don't
way too
really
exaggerated.
expand. I feel
Yeah,
like too
that's my
much
problem with the quirks here.
with the quirks.
I wanted more information about them, honestly.
Because like Deku's quirk, just like you get like what more strength, more speed out of it. It's
It's
just
like a
his body's got
build-up
to
type of
handle it.
things.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
All Might and the quirk that just build up more power. But there's
But I feel like a lot
interesting
of other people.
quirks,
Yeah, there's
but
interesting quirks.
also some of them just feel like, yeah, I just threw shit at the wall, and that you can call that a quirk.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Random
characters
bullshit.
like it doesn't expand their abilities.
No.
You know, like the ball guy or even like the acid lady. I don't think she. They don't like. It doesn't evolve. At least
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm a bit
lot of characters don't
disappointed with
evolve.
quirks. I still like My Hero Academia. Already talked about it when it was and everything, but as a power system, it's interesting but also lacking, kind of like Attack on Titan sometimes. Now, Magi, also I really like the power system in Magi with Rook, kind of like energy also, but the genes, how you can equip them as gear and still use them like different entities, which bring back more Magi. I'm gonna speed through some of them now.
Magi's cool. I like Magi as well.
JoJo, the stands, one of the most hyped power systems, honestly, how it works, and also very technical sometimes, because some stands, you're not gonna think a stand like this can kill a character like Goku or Gear 5 or whatever. Some stands are legit broken, like you're not gonna defeat them face to face if they actually get to you. Really out there powers. So I think there's so many power systems here that can kill you outright, like stamp your fingers, you're dead. But for me, the most scary thing is a stand in JoJo. I would rather die than have this stand used on me. It makes your memory, you can only remember the last 3 things.
Last 3 things?
Yes.
Oh man.
But if you learn a new thing, it replaces one. So you only have 3 things that you know.
That suck.
Like, if you watch that episode, that actually scared me, and very few things scare you. Like, if somebody used that stand on me, I would just kill me instead of having that stand used on me. There's so many ways to die, but you just die. Here you just...
You only get 3 things left.
It's so insane how much that stand scared me. So yeah, stands are insane. Also the breathing, how it started with Rumble, or how they called it at the start, ripple waves or something, if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the series with JoJo. And also speaking of breathing, we have Demon Slayer, which I think
the breaths.
It's okay, but I know later on they develop more the power system. But I think somebody made a really good point. I forgot his name of the channel. Also does the really good reviews of series, especially the Berserk, Demon Slayer. Also, it's kind of the same though. If you think about it, all of the breathing is the same.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't expand.
It looks different. Like you have different colors. Say this one is lightning, this one is fire, this one is water. But they kind of do the same things.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I get the argument. Hey, everything is derived from the sun breathing, everything branched out from there. But at the same time, I'm like, they're just techniques, right? So they're doing the same thing. Even the anime, we just see different colors, but it's the same sword cut, the same whatever.
Pretty much.
Yes, which I get. I'm having fun with.
The water.
Yeah. With Demon Slayer. Make sure to check out that podcast.
But I was like, I'm not huge on the breathing technique.
I'm not either. It's fun, but I just said, hey, let's mention it. Then what I like in Mushoku also is how magic, swords, and everything are ranked, how it works, the ranking system, Sword King, Sword Saint. You have actual gods there being, and it's more grounded with the magic, even though it's very powerful. You don't have a magician just being able to instantly blow up the entire world unless they're a god, and them actually training, legit training to use the powers, not just hey, I'm suddenly here. Now Naruto, I loved the ninjutsu, genjutsu, taijutsu, senjutsu, whatever. Chakra is the basis of the entire system.
Chakra's cool.
But this is the power system that got ruined for me the most. Because of the ending. Random aliens just eat a fruit. And like, I love that so much.
The majority of it, Chakra is pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh, especially the beginning steps I really liked.
Even just the genjutsu fights are so good, not knowing, hey, did he actually kill him? Was that pretending? Was that an illusion?
Small things like running on water.
Yeah, holding your chakra there to stay on water, just so manipulating different elements, the 8th gates with Might Guy.
Yeah.
But this is why I'm so annoyed about the ending of Naruto and Boruto existing. Come at me, Boruto fans. Full Metal Alchemist, alchemy being made very, very interesting, how it works, more based in science, also with part of magic, how it is, kind of reminds me of Index, more towards the magic side, I would say, in Full Metal Alchemist than science, but really, really good. I like how well they explain the powers there. Then what else do I have? Chainsaw Man, I think it's way too early, but I think it's interesting with the devils.
Yeah.
But way too early. And
Bleach.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Bungo Stray Dogs with the books, the abilities, the stories kind of reminds me more of Nen, how well thought of the powers are. Even though sometimes they also go physical, but I think it's probably even close to Nen, I would say so. At some points, with how you cancel powers, how you expand them, how you amplify them, how one counters the other. And the cool one, just burning money, you get more powerful with that Franz from the guild. Bungo has a really good power system. Then Hitman Reborn with the flame element, the sky, the rings, the rain, the box weapons. Yeah, I can't wait for Hitman to be back. There's so many rumors, but we never get a confirmation.
Please, man, please.
Yeah, but I love the gloves, it looks so good. I love more mobster anime, and Hitman is there, and I love the power system with the rings and the flames. If you haven't watched it, watch it, but warning, the start is rough. Definitely. As a lot of long-running series, the start is rough with Hitman Reborn.
Man, it's like, I'm still wondering about One Punch Man. Like,
yeah, we have no idea what's happening. It's been like 1 year or 2 years since we got confirmation of season 3.
I feel like the beginning of the year, they was like, oh yeah, One Punch Man.
And we don't know anything when it's coming, what's happening.
Nothing. Zero. We're almost in fall. It's 0.
Well, yeah. Dude. Then I have Black Clover here with the magic, the grimoires, the elements, the devils, how it works. A really, really well done execution of magic. Fairy Tail, I love it because of the power of friendship, how it works. It's based on power of friendship, and a lot of people miss the way the power system works in Fairy Tail. Dragons, demons, it has everything. One of my favorite series. I always ramble about Fairy Tail. Then last one, I have Bleach as my favorite. I love the concept of Zanpakutos, Shikais, Bankais. I know, I'm very biased when it comes to Bleach.
No, dude, I'm biased too, man.
And the energy. I had my own notepad with trying to create my own Zanpakuto, designs of it, actually drawings, names,
I didn't put Bleach on my list
how the powers it works. Yeah. But yeah, Bleach is my favorite power system overall.
I think it's like, it's just cool swords, man.
Yeah,
I think that's the cool thing about it.
I think for me, I'm the first one. It's not the best. I give it to Hunter x Hunter as the best one, but my favorite is Bleach.
Cool. Yeah, you like what you like. I just think it's cool with the swords. Like, there's not. I just don't think there's another anime like Bleach with like the very focus on the web. I guess maybe Soul Eater a little bit, but still way different style.
Yeah.
Bleach, I don't know, it's just cool the way it evolves and stuff like that. Is just really, really cool.
And even can also get very complex at some point. Probably some of the Bankais and Shikais, how they work. And for me, this Bleach is my favorite. Which one would you say is your favorite? I don't think you said. Power system, not series.
I would probably go Hunter x Hunter, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I just love the complex. I love watching fights, like smart fighting. I do. Like, One Piece does a pretty good job, but I think Hunter x Hunter is just a little bit better.
I hope you're gonna watch World Trigger. You're gonna love the fights.
Yeah, and I do. I love complex. I love smart characters going up against other characters. I do like the just OP powerness and stuff. I think
Mm,
that's fun, but I think I just enjoy like someone trying to outsmart someone, and I like surprises.
yeah,
So
that's
I like
definitely
the
worth
surprising
it.
outcomes. Yeah.
But
So
because the main character is the weakest character.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
like that stuff. I really do. I like underdogs. I like I just like big surprises. When animes surprise me, I very much enjoy
Mm,
it. So it's like one of my favorite, like why I like Marineford in One Piece. Just Luffy went to hell and back, and he was nowhere even close to being strong enough to be there.
he got a
He was
reality check.
he wasn't even like he wasn't even in the top 20 there. All right, maybe not even the top 50 there for
My
like powers.
favorite, one of my favorite scenes is him holding that log, coming face to face
Yeah,
with the admirals.
Admiral. No. Even though he had no shot.
No.
And I love that. I love that moment. You know,
Yeah,
you see the main character like, oh yeah, he's a very
it
weak
doesn't
state.
have a
And it's
chance. Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it's cool to
Also,
see that. I like the weak moments.
I forgot with Black Clover, him having no magic and how hard he worked to actually be able to compete there against
Yeah.
people that were overpowered, having magic, treating it like, yes, I have a car, also I go to work. That's how they treat magic in Black Clover, and him having zero. But yeah, a lot of power system. Maybe we missed like a lot of series. Let us know in the comments below which power
There's a
system is your
lot.
favorite and which
We got a
one
good
you.
majority of them though.
We hit a lot of them, here. But let's see some anime news.
That's it. Yeah,
Since we
some anime
had
news.
a week break. Now, this one, I don't know. Apparently, Bruce Lee will appear on his own anime series. They're gonna resurrect him. I don't know, but no, I'm joking. Maybe an anime with Bruce Lee. House of Lee, which is set to debut in 2024. I'm interested. Maybe they can do a good job with it. I liked Bruce Lee. Which Shaman King, yeah, we didn't mention Shaman King with Power System, which I think is also a very interesting one. They had that guy that was carbon copy of Bruce Lee there. They used him as a zombie resurrected type of thing, very reference of Bruce Lee. I don't know how they're gonna handle this one as an anime, but yeah, we're gonna see.
We'll have to see.
We already talked about Zone 100 being delayed. Speaking of Shaman King, is gonna be Shaman King Flowers, the sequel to the remake, scheduled for January 2024. I still haven't finished the remake, honestly. I think I'm still at episode 17. Did you finish the remake?
Which one?
The new one, Shaman King.
No.
I
finished season 1, but
I'm 17 episodes, but I never actually went back to it. So yeah, let me know.
I loved it as a kid, but man, I was excited for the remake.
Yeah, me too. But somehow I can't put it into words. Something just didn't click with me.
I have a friend that actually finished it because he's even more like if I watch, I gotta finish it. And he says it gets way worse. And I was like,
okay, so I'm probably never gonna finish it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
yeah,
then Blue Lock, the movie with Nagi, episode Nagi, is gonna be scheduled for spring 2024 in Japan. So we're probably gonna see it in like 6 months or a year. I wish they did a better job with releasing movies globally instead of just Japan. And this is just, it's not lack of capability. They definitely can do it. They just refuse to do it. Which, fuck you. Then Black Clover has been removed from Shonen Jump and moved to Giga, a new magazine. It's only gonna have like 4 chapters a year now because of the health of the author. Also with Tabata, he's gonna end the story, but yeah, he's still having issues.
Final arc already.
Damn. Yeah. I have some quote here. It's a long quote, but I'm just gonna summarize it a bit. I'll do my best to bring Black Clover to a successful conclusion. While this may need a bit of your patience, I will definitely power up and in the upcoming winter issues of Giga. I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on Asta and everyone else's future. Thank you very much for your continued support. He said a lot more, but this is just the part that matters, honestly. As much as I love Black Clover, I wish nothing but the best for the author Tabata. Take care of her health, and I love the series. And yeah,
only 4. Wait, it's quarterly, ain't it?
Yeah, it's gonna have like 4 chapters a year now.
A year, 4. Damn.
Hey, at least we're getting an end.
Yeah, I was just thinking monthly. I was like, wait, maybe you only get like 12.
No. The 4 issues of Giga, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Then
I didn't even know. I didn't know it was on its final climax.
it's
I
ending.
mean,
It's ending.
it's kind of crazy. All these series, like
Mm-hmm.
My Hero, right, is on its final. Black Clover is on its final. I mean, One Piece is getting really close to its
Yeah.
final. If I'm
Yeah.
forgetting.
So many series are ending right now. Mashal also ended.
Oh, really?
Like fully ended, Mashal, yeah.
Is Jujutsu Kaisen in its final,
No,
right?
no, it hasn't. And I don't think it's in final, but yeah,
No.
it's
I'm
still
trying to think
ongoing.
of other ones. There's other ones, but I can't remember.
Mm.
There's quite a bit of them ending though, which is
Then
interesting.
this one, take it with a huge grain of salt. Leak Ovari no Seraph of the End, which I wish I remembered it when we were talking about power system. Kind of reminds me of Black Clover with Soul Eater, how it works with the
It's
weapons,
Serpent of the End.
souls of demons, and in the weapons, vampires. They're very interesting power system also. New
Wait, are they
anime
doing season 2?
project is in production. Now, this is leak, so I wish it's back. I like Seraph of the End quite a
I
lot.
like it too.
But yeah, that's pretty much it with anime news, unless you have something.
I don't think so. I don't think there was too much
Mm-hmm.
going on right now.
So, we're gonna see. There's a lot of anime happening. We're getting close to the end of the season, so if we missed any news, let us know down in the comments below. Well, let's see some gaming talk a bit towards the end, then we can wrap up the episode.
Yeah, how's your Baldur's Gate 3 going?
I mean, one of the best games I ever played in my life. Honestly, it's insane what they did with this game, and just the simple fact that it's an actual game, not an interactive store. Like you get to play the game, not sell skins, power up systems, pay to win, whatever, live service. Hey, wait for the patch and whatever. Like you get a game for what you paid for.
I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna buy it. It's just
I
the way my time schedule is.
highly recommend it.
Oh yeah. No, dude, I'm a huge Baldur's Gate 2 fan in the 90s. All right, I'm gonna get this. But my thing is this is my schedule right now.
Oh, it's a long game, so to say, and you can do multiple playthroughs. Your first playthrough, your second, your third are never gonna be the same. You have so many choices, branches, whatever.
The player I am is like, if I start playing it, I'm just gonna play it until I finish it. That's how I think I need a good time slot of like, okay, I don't have nothing much is going on. I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm playing it co-op with a friend. We're doing a playthrough together.
Yeah.
After 50 hours, we're just starting Act 3.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I've heard people get like almost 100 hours in even Act 1. So...
Yeah, you can spend so much time. Just insane how much you can do in this game. And even when you finish it, hey, let's start the second playthrough. You can do so many different choices. I'm not evil. I'm like, I can fix my problems with violence. If you come against me, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm a barbarian, just smash things.
Yeah.
He's playing a warlock, and I'm a barbarian.
Nice.
So yeah, it just blew my mind.
To me, I think it's game of the year, personally.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unless Starfield maybe knocks it out of the park.
Nah, I'm sorry, no. Even if Starfield is really good,
because Starfield is a very ambitious project.
Yes, but it's more of a sandbox game. Honestly, with Starfield.
I don't know. It depends, Right now, Baldur's Gate, I mean, they already showed us, nailed it out of the park. I don't know if I can say that about Starfield.
The player freedom you have here, how you can approach a situation. You can fight. You can persuasion. You can intimidate. Roll the dice. Do it like this. You can go around it. Have another characters do this. Throw barrels at them. Make them explode. Do these things that affect this situation. Go around it the other way. Talk to a character that can fix that situation. It's insane how many approaches to have to a single thing. And while, yes, Starfield might be great, I hope it is. I'm also not the target audience for it. I don't really care about space games, honestly, in general. But I don't think they're gonna have this player freedom and choice as Baldur's Gate has it.
I mean, it says it does, but we'll see. Again, I just think those are the two most ambitious video games this year. I think as a scope, right, of the game. Now, Baldur's Gate has nailed it out of the park.
It does.
Like I said, I don't know if that's going to do it at Starfield. I'm just saying it's very ambitious. I don't know.
And
we'll see how it goes. It could be awful. It could be good. It could be okay. we'll see.
Could only give it praise to Baldur's Gate, but also it has some issues.
Yeah. Oh,
because of the complexity of the game, it has bugs, especially in the Arc 3, and it needs some performance patches towards the end, which nothing is perfect, but this to be the only problem of the game is insane.
Good. For how big it is.
Yeah, I don't think people that criticize the game, like I've seen some people, don't actually fully grasp and understand how complex this game is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I gave it Game of the Year, just because the scope. I haven't seen an RPG in a long time like this.
Yes,
there's I would say maybe Witcher 3 was the last that moved the genre, and this is the next step.
Yeah,
you know. Like it would go like Skyrim, Witcher 3, and then now Baldur's Gate 3.
They
are the RPGs.
had to increase the sizes of the save files with how many choices people were doing. Yeah. Like, this is the problem that people don't fully understand. I get it. I'm not also the biggest fan of turn-based combat. I prefer active action combat, honestly. But to have so many branches and choices into a game like this, even in science, it's insane how people study something like this to be able to branch.
That's why I liked Fable back in the day so much.
Yes, Fable. I love Fable also. Yeah,
evil. I love that the freedom you get. Even like Skyrim had it too, and like Witcher a little bit. But now, like I said, it's cool.
Also, the writing here, the story is actually good. Not just the choices you make, the dialogue, the voice acting, the character design, the world, the background. It boggles my mind what they achieved with this game, honestly. But yes, the issues are definitely there. They need to patch some quality of life, which they already confirmed they're working on it. The studios, they're so good at communication.
They're great. Yep.
And I love that. Blunt face communication. Hey, we fucked up this. Be honest about it. Hey, we're working on this. We take feedback here. Talking to people, like treating them like functioning adults, not random PR talk and devs and random bullshit that you have with Blizzard. We're gonna get to that also. But yes, they deserve the praises here. I'm happy.
Yes.
But yeah,
I hope they win Game of the Year.
If they don't, it's robbed. It's rigged if they don't.
It's a great year for gaming, though.
Yes,
there's so many good ones.
Now we can go on and on and on and talk about Baldur's Gate. We're gonna talk more when you get to also play it.
Yeah, I would like to play it. I'd like to dive into it.
Also, I saw the other thing with Final Fantasy apparently didn't meet the high expectation that they had with it, with the sales, which I think they're moronic. Hey, you limited yourself only on one console. Yeah. It's your own fault.
I think it's on Sony, man.
You did it yourself, honestly, here. But even with this, it's also a major shift with the series, changing it to an action combat series, which I know that's one of the major complaints with the series of the original fans also, which is a very valid complaint. Not everybody has to like either or.
I watched videos on this, but like even the PlayStation 5 numbers are way down compared to what other Final Fantasy games were. Like how many are out there in the world.
So it's not just the limitation of the console.
It's very different. Limited. Very, very. But yeah, I don't know. I love 16, but like 16 has been my favorite game so far as a new game this year. But Baldur's Gate 3, I think it's just way more ambitious, way more cool.
It is honestly. I haven't played Final Fantasy 16, but I finished. 16, we already talked about it, the story, everything. I played very similar games with it.
One of the best boss fights and everything. The music's great, the voice acting is great. Everything.
Yes, I fully agree with all of those.
Baldur's Gate 3 is it's more ambitious. I feel like it's just more.
It's another league, honestly, what they did with Baldur's Gate 3.
Like I said, it's a game that moved a genre into another level.
It innovated things.
Which these only come like once, maybe every like 5 to 10 years.
And when I saw those comments with the devs, we shouldn't expect standard like this for everybody.
Yeah, I know. It's
like,
so stupid.
I'm gonna be blunt here. Fuck off.
There should be the standard.
Yeah.
You should. You're AAAs. And out there.
Not every game needs to be as big, as complex as Baldur's Gate. But when you're selling me a game or a product, give me that the most perfect state you can do with it. I'm sure bugs happen, issues happen, every game has those things. But look at Diablo 4. They sold an incomplete product.
Oh yeah.
Like that game is not even close to being a game. And then
like in
You have.
I don't know if you watched the video of the.
I watched the devs. I was about to get that with
one.
the
Yeah,
devs. Yeah,
I
I
don't know
watched
if you were going
full
there,
of it.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
They sold
No,
it
I
at.
feel bad because they put him as a target.
Yeah. They sold it at 70. We're gonna get to the video. $70 for the base game.
Yep.
More higher prices if you wanted early access, then deluxe editions also. Then you have a battle pass. Then you have skins. Then you have season also. Then you have the weird dark UI things they're doing with. You have 666 coins, but you can't really buy anything of it.
Yeah.
Then you randomly activate the battle pass without intending to. Then you have dumb patches that nerf everything. The game is not fun anymore. Then you have duping items. Then you have transferring items from eternal realms to seasonal realms. Ruined that's your start. Then you have the statue drama. Then you have the dev video that you have people that shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
You put them there to.
Well, that video shouldn't even have been uploaded.
Yeah, to score brownie points there, but that shouldn't happen.
You put them in a crossfire.
Yeah,
literally, you put a target on them.
If you're gonna do that, put somebody that knows how to play the game, that knows what they're doing. That wasn't their job. Gamers are also very toxic. Some of the comments I read there, they're atrocious.
Awful.
Seek help if you're going after those two women devs, however you want to call it. Even if they were the designers of the game and they knew how to play the game. Those comments shouldn't exist there. You're pieces of shit if you're going after the humans like that. But at the same time, that was a bullshit video.
Yeah, should have never been uploaded. Whoever's like, yeah, we agree with it. No.
They had no idea what they were doing. They didn't know to play their own game, even if they were part of the designs.
Yes,
at level 50 and they're dying.
And they died. Like, come on.
So, like, you're giving somebody a car that has no idea how to drive.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Of course you're going to criticize them. Of course, it's funny. Yes, whatever. But that situation shouldn't have happened. It just says more about
I'm going to criticize Blizzard. I'm not criticizing the people that are playing. Whatever.
Yes, no. They shouldn't have been in that situation.
This is what you put out there. And yeah, that's like,
just shows me how the mentality behind the people that at Blizzard are.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for BlizzCon, man. What are they going to give us at BlizzCon?
But Diablo Immortal 2.
Diablo 5, they already talked about it.
Yeah, I was about to say Diablo 5 is also coming already. It's all in production. Shouldn't wait as much as Diablo 4. I'm like, why are you even making Diablo 5?
Yeah, well, why play Diablo? Yeah. Why did I pay for Diablo 4 then? I'm just gonna for
man, and I'm laughing so much considering what reviews Diablo 4 got at the start, and I think they only played the story, and even the story has issues. But 9, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Best game ever. Diablo 4 is saved.
I gave it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was, like, the story and everything at the beginning of the game. And
I was like 5, 6 also, but right now with everything...
After with season 1's a 4 now.
I would give it like 2 or 3.
They made the game worse.
Yes, it's insane.
They dropped 2 points for it, so now it's a bad game.
So yeah, hey, if you're having fun with Diablo, I'm happy for you, but you should expect more and you should respect yourself more. Yeah, honestly,
especially Blizzard has an insane budget, like.
Yeah, and speaking with how
900 people that like work on the game, for crying out loud.
How they said that with Baldur's Gate 3, you shouldn't expect the same standard for Baldur's Gate 3. It's a much smaller studio.
Much smaller.
They had crowdfunding for their other games. They worked their asses off. There were 400 people there. They even had early access for it.
Double the team.
They released it without microtransactions. Yeah. It's a much better game and they're much better at communication, and also at the same time there's somebody that said shouldn't expect this with the IP, the founding they had from the IP. No, they actually paid for they paid the guys behind D&D to be able to do the game. They weren't paid for this, they paid for the privilege to work on this game. And then you're telling me Blizzard with billions of dollars, they literally got bought for 70 billions. They can't do half of the job that Baldur's Gate did.
All their games are dying, man.
Yeah. Then you have
they had some weird Hearthstone thing happening.
Overwatch 2, also the worst reviewed game on Steam, which I think it's well deserved. It deserves it. Because Overwatch 2, it's a downgrade to Overwatch 1.
Yeah, it is.
And Asmongold was a moron for what he said in those videos. I'm gonna call him out.
He was wrong. He was definitely wrong.
And he was doubling down, which he always does this. When he knows he's wrong, He's never gonna properly admit it, especially on something like this, because it's not about the loot boxes. Yes, loot boxes are predatory, they're gambling, but when you have something predatory be a better monetization system than you have right now in your Overwatch 2, you know you failed. And also putting heroes behind the battle pass in a competitive game, that the main balance it works behind being able to swap heroes to counter back and forth during a match, because I know Apex, LoL, Valorant have them to unlock them also, but once you're locked in with a hero in Valorant or League of Legends, during that match you can't swap at any time you want. During that match, everybody has the one they chose. But Overwatch, that's the main purpose of it, to be able to swap anytime you want. And then you're locking new ones behind the battle pass, you ruin the game.
Yeah, no.
And your integrity, it's out of the window, let alone all of the issues, the missing features that you took away from Overwatch 1 in Overwatch 2. The PvE scandal, they canceled the PvE system, and now they're selling you the privilege for 15 to pay previous events that were free, and people still defending this company in game. I'm like, no.
No, it's bad. It's really bad.
Out of all of the fuck ups with Blizzard, we had Rockstar probably doing something good or bad, depending. They bought the guys behind FiveM that are doing the GTRP things, the guys that develop the servers and everything, which could be good, but also could be bad, because Rockstar and Take-Two are also shitty companies, even more with selling Red Dead Redemption, the port, for $50, and even the CEO saying it's great value for us, even though you can buy the game for like $20 on Xbox and a much better offer. So yeah, companies being bad. That's your gaming news, except Larian.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I'm very passionate, and maybe I'm very critical, but I don't know. I love gaming. I wish for it to be great, but yeah. Maybe I sound like an angry doomer, but
no, dude, the reason I think we talk about Blizzard, I don't know for you, but for me, like, Blizzard was my favorite company in
yes,
like
for me also.
Yeah, like every game that came out, I was playing that game. Now
I'm just disappointment after disappointment, fuck ups after fuck ups, and that's just kind of.
I feel like Riot is kind of the new Blizzard.
They also had the $200 skins for League of Legends, sailing colors. I saw that also.
Yeah, but I don't know. Riot comes with solid games, though. Like, honestly,
they
like,
do.
The Riot game comes out.
They do a better job. Definitely a better job. Yes.
I'll check it out. Like their fighting game that's coming out soon.
But their monetization is really bad with Riot.
Yeah, but the game's for. I mean, I haven't paid a dime. I put probably 1,000 hours in League of Legends. Like, great time.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Now,
so
the best
when it's cosmetics, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either way. What I don't like, skins have them. Hey, you wanna buy a skin? It's a kidney. I don't care the price of a skin.
It could be $500, whatever. I don't care.
What I don't like about Riot is how they do same as with Apex and Respawn, locking heroes behind grind or buying them. Because Dota 2 does the perfect monetization in a live service free-to-play game. You get all heroes available when you make a new account. All future ones for you. They're never locked behind anything. No grinding. Only thing you pay for are skins. If you want skins, buy skins. They have zero effect on your gameplay.
For me, I don't know, it never really bothered me too much with League.
I don't like that in a competitive game, having heroes locked.
I mean, it's been like that for a long time.
I know it's been like that, but there's a better way of doing it.
No, I didn't know Dota's way. I'm just saying that is better. I just like, I don't know. It just hasn't bothered me, I guess.
And in Apex also they do the same thing, different company, Respawn. Also in Valorant, Riot also they do the same thing with agents. But yeah, when you have a competitive game, please don't lock anything. But Overwatch is much worse, because there you can swap anytime. And that's part of the core game balance. But I don't think...
I've just been playing the new PoE League, so...
I haven't got into it. I'm just Baldur's Gate 2 in my free time. Yeah. I've been playing some Genshin also. They had a new region out now with Fontaine. Been pretty fun. The story is pretty good. But yeah. Also funny when you have, speaking of Genshin, a gacha game does better patches and live service than Blizzard.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tecton went back to the Genshin for a little bit. Check it out.
And he's playing also Honkai Star Rail, like I'm
Oh, he loves Honkai Star Rail.
Gacha is very
He
predator.
says that Honkai Star Rail though has like a lot of better quality of life things
It
like Genshin
does.
Impact things.
I shit on Genshin all
I
the
don't
time.
know. I didn't play
Genshin is so shitty at quality of life. They have a feature that has been asked for years, like literally 2 or 3 years. We've been asking for this, like loadouts. Imagine having loadouts for your gears instead of adding every item individually. It's a very pain point, so to say, of the game.
Blue Protocol's off my list now too.
Blue Protocol is shit. Yeah. Also the devs. You saw the stream with the devs. They had no idea how their own game works.
I'm skipping.
Yeah.
Pay to win garbage for me.
Yeah, shit. Blue Protocol.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I could go ramble around with Genshin, with Honkai, whatever. But
so far for PoE League, I really like it. I actually like the new league mechanic, but it is it's an in-depth system, which I like actually. It's like a TFT auto battler.
Yeah. I saw.
But it's pretty fun actually. Like once you get into it, but at first it's like you gotta learn, like, because you can die even in hardcore. You can die, right? Which I think is a good idea. Good idea that they did that, because then you can, because everyone's like, oh, well, if my character just goes in there and destroys everything, like, why would I even need these people?
What's the point? Yeah.
It seems pretty good balance so far. I haven't gone to like the harder end game stuff, but it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. It's good moments. It's like the rewards are okay so far, I would say, but I only got the maps last night, so like I'm still at the very beginning. So, but I don't like my build. So I might be making a new build.
What are you playing?
I love making my own builds, but this one does not feel good. But I did a split arrow poison raider is what I went with.
Okay.
But I haven't messed with poison too much, and I've learned a bit, but it's the single target is trash, man. I'm having a hard time trying to figure a way to do it. I'm like, kind of not enjoying this build. I kind of want to start a new one.
Understandable.
So I'm gonna probably start a new one tonight.
Part of why I don't like PoE as much is just redoing the acts every time if I want to play a new character.
I'll redo the acts before I do that renowned grind in Diablo 4
yes,
again.
True.
Because that is a lot
It's kind of funny. They're doubling down on that. They're refusing to change their mind.
Dude, it was planned that you were supposed to do all the altars again. They weren't planning that.
Yeah, but
they're planning a complete reset.
When people are voting with their wallet and refusing to play anything like that, suddenly there are solutions possible for problems that have been known for years. Yes, so vote your wallet.
Or maybe people playing Diablo 3 more now than D4.
Yeah, so Diablo 3 actually got a better season than Diablo 4. Like, actually good season.
No, I know. That's why I'm laughing.
It's just, it boggles my mind.
All
but
right.
Let's call it here. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Comment down below your favorite game, anime, power system, anything. So we're glad to be back after the break. So we're gonna see you guys next week. Keep enjoying anime and games. Bye.